Hey, what's up, everyone? Let's give it a few minutes here to get the stream going. I am Steve Stone here at the TheDjLab, and it's big DJ news. Lots of new stuff going on today. It's going to be a busy day for me. So just hold out for a moment here. If you're catching us on the replay, maybe you're going to fast forward in a few minutes so we can get to the heart of everything. And if you're joining the stream live, feel free to say hello, drop a like, drop a comment, and help support the channel and keep things going. I have all kinds of crazy news for you today in the DJ world. And as always, make sure if you're in the chat, let me know if everything's working. You can hear me okay. Is it too loud? Just be a friend. How about that? I'm going to have to turn the air on a little bit here. It's getting a little bit stuffy, but stick around. The big news. What's going on, DJ Alonzo? So Lonzo, this will be of importance to you because you're thinking about the XDJ-AZ. It almost appears this might have to do with a memory leak situation on the USB, because when I was running this thing in here, I had it going with link mode to record box and export mode, so Wi-Fi grabbing the music, and it was going all night with no issues. So the new USB stick is coming today. That may address the issues. It may not. This whole memory leak issue is something apparently the engineers are working on, and they know something. So I have no fear that at least they have an idea of what they think the problem might be, and they are on it. So that's good news, right?
And with a Google guarantee.
So yeah, by the sounds of it, it does sound like this will be fixable with a firmware update. But nobody can promise me anything at this point yet. You know, it's going to be a get some new firmware and test it and see. There is a slight chance that maybe I got a lemon. We'll find out. Just had to adjust my camera just ever so slightly. So right now I'm using the Sony A7 IV, using my Shure microphone. Hopefully it's rocking good. So some of the other news, by the way, is hold on a sec. Let's get into live here for a second. Tim, what's going on? Yes. So the big news of the day, the biggest news is the FLX2. So the FLX2 is pretty much the successor to the DDJ-200, which quite frankly, not having a sound card built into it made it rather useless. And no one really gave a shit about it. You know, you might have hooked it up to your phone, put your earbuds in or some shit, but it was essentially kind of a toy. Now, at the price point, I think this thing's $179 US. It's very small. Very small. It unlocks record box. It unlocks Serato DJ Lite. Who cares? Most importantly, it unlocks DJ Pro on Mac and on iPad. And that's the exciting news right there. DJ Pro is a subscription base that costs me Canadian. I think I just paid my annual subscription for like $80 a year, something like that. So I haven't even looked up the Canadian price to see. Of course, Canadian price is just going to be let's just look Flex 2. And my friends at Alpha Theta, because I am part of their like little review crew now, they weren't able to get the Flex 2 to me in time for today, but they did ship it out yesterday. So I will have it here in the TheDjLab And I'm going to give you my honest opinion. Now, listen, I'm used to using, super expensive gear. The Flex 4, I didn't mind it, except I had issues out of the box. That was my only gripe about it. And it was still, the price-wise was still a little bit expensive. I don't know if the stores up here are even going to have it listed yet because it did just come out today. Let's just figure it out. $179 US to Canadian. So, okay, it says if you just converted it, it's like $248. Knowing the way Canada is, throw in some tax. This thing probably is going to be somewhere after tax here in Ontario in around the $300 mark, I guess. That's generally how our shit works. We have a distributor that has to make a couple of bucks, I guess. So even at $300 and it unlocks DJ Pro, it has a sound card built into it. It's just 3.5 to RCA. That's fine for who it's for. This is for new DJs, beginner DJs. You need a little small system to kind of pack up and roll in somewhere with. Opens up DJ Pro with the stems, and you have the looper. Like, if you run this with an iPad, sure, you can't load your tracks. It has no browser knob, but that doesn't matter. You're going to use your iPad and drag things and use your touch screen, so that's cool. I'm really looking forward to this Flex 2. My friends are like, oh, dude, they're giving you like a $200 thing to try out. It's like, no, you don't understand. The $200 thing, like $179 US, they're going to sell a boatload of these things. The type of DJ that's going to be looking at this is going to be, young guy, young girl, someone, even old guy, that just wants to kind of play around a little bit. They're going to grab this thing and they're going to be looking up videos. It's going to be good for the channel. Going to get a lot of goddamn views because of that thing. We didn't get hardly any views on the Alpha Theta Euphonia because who can afford it? Even the AZ, it's up there in price, man. This is meant for, guys and everyone and girls that have been into this for a while. You want to have some good shit. That's kind of where we're going there. And the fact that they're offering this intermediate, I don't want to say it's going to be not intermediate. It's an entry level thing. And it's small. It's way smaller than the Flex 4. So something you can literally throw in a backpack with your iPad, your MacBook, whatever, and pop out somewhere and just plug it all in with no external power needed. I think it might be cool. Might be let me tell you something. My friends at Alpha Theta, like we're talking about, product development, the people in like product development and stuff. Of all the things that they were coming out with, with the AZ, with the oh my god, I'm losing my mind here. The Groove 6, and then this Flex 2. Can you believe the Flex 2 was the thing that kind of excited them the most? Right? So you build this stuff for a living, and the little one is the one that excites you because these are DJ nerds that work for this company. They love nothing they love more than getting new people into the whole DJ thing. Getting kids into it, getting people that wouldn't necessarily put the money into a big system because they're not sure if they're going to be any good. They want to practice. It's a little starter kit. And I've been saying this for a long time. These companies need to stop trying to make all of us people who already spent money with the company 10 times over, stop trying to keep grabbing our cash. There's a whole shitload of people out there that have never even heard of the name Pioneer DJ or Alpha Theta, because in this case it is an Alpha Theta product. They've never heard of this shit. They have a couple friends maybe that DJ, and this gives them a great opportunity to say, you know what, let me give it a try. I would much rather see somebody with a Flex 2 kill a DJ set than somebody with CDJ 3000s of V10. It's more impressive to me. I'm spitting all over my camera here. Okay, where are we here now? Trying to chat live. Okay, who do we got in here? Someone being held for review. Ian Casanova. I'm going to show that, Ian. Oh, but another moderator apparently already handled it. You know what? I don't. Here's the thing, Ian. And, you know, you've been around. You've been on the channel a long time. You can't calling something a piece of shit. It's unless it's been in your hand and you had horrible experiences with it. Let's say it's kind of a little bit rough. You can't call anything a piece of shit. There's a lot of things out there. You know, for instance, whatever car you happen to drive, I don't know what you're driving, but let's just say, for argument's sake, you had a Porsche, right? That's a pretty good car to most people. And there's a whole crew of people out there driving around McLarens and fucking Lamborghinis that might think your Porsche is a piece of shit, right? And does that sound like the kind of thing someone should say? No, not really. You might say, I don't see the value in it myself personally. It's not the kind of build quality that I want in equipment because for myself, for instance, I'm not going to run out and buy a Flex 2 because look what I have. You know what I mean? Like in comparison, for the price support on this thing, it's probably pretty good considering how cheap it is. In reference, you know, let's put it this way, not to go talking shit too much on Alpha Theta, but my XDJ-AZ is almost $5,000 Canadian, right? And the fucking thing's got issues out of the box. We're working on firmware updates and trying to troubleshoot stuff, right? The person that picks up their Flex 2, they're probably going to plug this shit in and have no issues and never crash. That's the likelihood. So, and right, a Porsche is a nice ride. To me, I'd fucking kill for a Porsche, you know what I mean? But I'm saying there are another level of people out there that have driven way better cars that might think it's a piece of shit too. And they would say it to your face. So it's just harsh. I don't like to call things a piece of shit. Like right now, I could say the XDJ-AZ is a piece of shit because I spent $5,000 on it and the fucking firmware is not working properly and I'm having crashes, right? But I'm not going to say that because I got a little bit of patience. I understand it's a brand new product and some people don't want to give big companies cut them any slack at all. They think the shit should come out perfect. And the truth is, there's one guy who designs it, people that come up with the shit, not one guy, but a team of people that develop a product. Then it gets manufactured somewhere else. They look at prototypes, they test things, then they say, okay, everything's good, make a bunch, and maybe one or two get fucked up or something. The firmware, some other things come up that they didn't think about. Shit can happen. So we're going to give them some time to address it. If they don't do it in a timely fashion, I will be the first guy to jump on YouTube and call the unit a piece of shit as well in regards to the AZ. If that's what happens, and I don't think that's going to be the case. These guys are working around the clock. Someone said, how much did they pay me yesterday to make the 5.5 hour long video telling everybody everything's going to be cool and I'm testing? I'm like, I fucking wish they didn't pay me a dime. I wish they would. I'm trying to convince them to start paying me. But, you know what I mean? And I do believe, DJ Mac, that a lightning cable will work. I think. Like I said, it's not in my hands yet. I don't know. I looked at Mojax for a moment. I had the specs sent to me, the paperwork. I've been very goddamn busy with the XDJ-AZ testing that I just haven't spent that much time looking at this Flex 2 yet. And yeah, I don't know if it's going to support Lightning because you know what? At every point, things got to update. I don't know anyone. Well, I shouldn't say that. My girlfriend, her iPhone is still a Lightning cable, so um, but she's not a DJ either. Other news. Let's just jump off for a quick sec. I want to get over all the news. So we got that Flex 2. The Rain Performer has a new update. So I literally got that email yesterday, and I was so goddamn busy that I didn't see it. So here's what we got. We got a new menu option that allows key adjust button trigger type to set either normal, default, or long press so you don't accidentally adjust the key by mistake. That's a good one. Increase the audio mix and speed sharper audio curve for all the faders, including the crossfader, I'm assuming. Increase the intensity of the reverb main mix. The echo effect rate for the microphone 1 is now set based on the currently selected deck BPM with a fixed rate of a half echo. And there's many more fixes improvements. That's very vague. Many more fixes improvements. I don't even know what that means. Because when I used the Rain Performer, I didn't really feel like there was anything wrong with it. I didn't have any issues myself personally, but hey, new gear always has multiple firmware updates as time goes on. Sometimes these updates, especially from Den and DJ and the Engine OS guys, a lot of times firmware updates are going to give us brand new features that we never even had before. So that's always fun. But I'm happy when things are getting more stable. And like I was going to make a full video on the whole Performer update. And right now it's just because on my table, the AZ sitting here, I'm still testing it. I didn't want to tear it down, set the Performer for a firmware update when, you know, there's a couple little changes, but nothing to really demonstrate. If you want to know how to do a Rain Performer firmware update, it's right on their website. When you download the update, all the information you're going to need is going to be right there. It's not difficult. It's not worth me investing my time to create a whole video about that. But good enough for me to mention for sure, because I love the Performer. It's just, you know, even when this Flex 2 comes, and I got the touchscreen monitor the other day, and I'm waiting on the USB drive that PJ from Alpha Theta sent me. Though he paid for it. I ordered it on Amazon and he reimbursed me. Fucking guy's like a saint, I swear to God, and works like a dog. By the way, if you don't know PJ, for some reason, you should like look him up. And his channel, Lightsaber Culture, that he's got, this guy's like Star Wars fiend, man. This Lightsaber Culture channel is really fucking cool channel, and it's been growing like quick. There's way more Star Wars nerds out there than there are DJ nerds, let me just tell you. And sometimes they kind of cross over. A lot of you DJ nerds are Star Wars nerds too. I'm not total Star Wars nerd, but I grew up with Star Wars and I do like it. But I can't afford a bunch of lightsabers. I don't have the dexterity to even use one for that matter. What else we got going on in here in the chat? Let's see who's talking about what. Yeah, don't forget to hit that like button, man. It's might seem like nothing to you. It means a lot to me. Also, the other thing I'm going to have to put up here because my moderators always leave me hanging, if there's any around, is the one thing that makes everything go around in this world is cash. Good old cash. There's the PayPal link. If you want to donate a buck or two, I keep really trying to put it through to people. I've had 103 views right now. If 20 people in this length of time had to send me $1 each, I would have been fucking laughing. You know, when I do an hour-long stream, when I did 5.5 hours, let me just tell you, 5.5 hours streaming yesterday on the AZ to test it. So the people that are waiting on theirs don't have a fucking issue when they open it up. And in 5.5 hours, it burnt me out, man. Like my eyes get fucked up. My dizziness kicks in. And thank God I got a few people in there that are willing to help the channel out. But it was $67 for 5.5 hours of burning my eyes out and fucking my neck and killed my whole day. The rest of my night, I couldn't even do anything productive because I felt so sick. I don't mind helping out, but guys, it's a two-way streak. If I'm helping you guys out, you gotta give back a little bit too, man. It can't just be take, take, take. I don't have the health for it. I'm doing my best I can. You know, we're on the Sony a7 IV camera right now. This camera alone was $3,000. You know, not just fucking trying to put it out there. Like, running a YouTube channel, we're not all just sitting there pulling out our phone and doing shit. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I use my iPad. I try different things, different looks. And we're not doing portrait today, so we're not hammering the fucking YouTube shorts. But we got some good views right now. I gotta admit, thanks for coming by and hearing the news. Like I said, big news. Flex 2 came out today. Good little small controller to get people into DJing. Even people who are already into DJing, and you just might want that little portable system to take to a bush party because it doesn't require external power. And or you know, you want to go into a little bar. Lots of little bars and restaurants, if you can roll in there and say, listen man, my system's tiny. One of the best bar restaurants I've ever saw, DJs in a bar / restaurant, was actually on a little tiny Hercules fucking system, the little tiny one, because it was a busy place, popular. They weren't giving up any seating for a big DJ and all his bullshit. This guy was tucked in the corner. I didn't even know. I thought this was just satellite radio or some shit being pumped in. And this dude's on this little tiny motherfucker DJing, and he was killing it. He was scratching and everything. So if he can do it on that, this thing here is going to be a dream. No browser knob. That's fine. If you're using an iPad or something, you're using DJ Pro because it unlocks DJ Pro. I can't fucking wait to use this Flex 2 with my 18.5 inch touchscreen on my Mac Mini, or to use it with my iPad. It has just enough of the controls to make it tactile. It's going to be a really good combination, a bit of touchscreen stuff, a bit of jog wheels, some crossfader action for the, you have the crossfader effects and the tempo blend on DJ Pro. I can't say enough about this goddamn thing. Pure, no cash. Yeah, man. We got no cash either. And I'm always very honest with people. Here's another bit of friendly advice, and this doesn't sound like an asshole, but I have people come on here like, oh, I don't got no money. I'm broke. Because a lot of people are broke. And what I would suggest to you is, if you're on a guy's channel, you're into DJ stuff, and this is why you're here, and you want to know about the new shit, if $1, $2, if that's life or death for you, if that's the difference between having money and having nothing, you really shouldn't be watching my channel at all, because you should be at a job, right? Working, making money. If you're at a job making money and you just happen to be off, it's a different time zone, and you're still that broke, maybe it's time to reevaluate your worth and how much you're making per hour, and say, you know what, fuck this, I'm worth more than this shit. Maybe you go on YouTube, and instead of watching me, which I appreciate, you're watching, like, you know, how to make money videos, or learning new software so at your work, so you can go for a promotion, and, you know, better Excel skills, or, you know, how to start your own t-shirt printing business and how to invest money. I mean, like, if I was super fucking broke, where like the dollar was going to fuck me over, and I wouldn't watch me. I would not be watching DJ videos. I'd be watching how to make money videos, how to improve myself, how to, you know, get ahead. Because it really breaks my heart to think that there's fucking guys out there that really are so broke that when I ask for $1 or two, and I'm just, I'm not asking everyone to give it. That's unrealistic. But shit, man, the fucking hobo, I'm telling you, no joke, the hobo guy on the corner who's probably not even a hobo, and 5.5 hours, I can bet all my DJ gear that if I looked at his bucket yesterday versus what my PayPal said for 5.5 hours, this guy was fucking smoking me in the cash. And he had the investment of a dirty jacket, some holy boots, a ripped shirt, and hasn't shaved in about fucking 10 years or had a bath. So, who we helping here? You helping out the homeless guy that you're not helping? You ain't helping nothing because he's still there 10 years later. So your money is just extending his miserable life and it doesn't change nothing. Because if you really want to help a guy out like that, you would take all your money and give it to him and take him off the street and clean him up and help a motherfucker. That's true help. Or me, who when you see I'm getting a couple of bucks, you see new cameras, you're seeing the new gear come along, you're seeing the new microphones, you're seeing where your money's going on this channel. I'm not riding around in a fucking Lamborghini or some shit. I'm not DJ Carlo. I don't know that DJ Carlo has a Lamborghini. He makes good money on his channel. He puts a lot into it. There's no hate. Me personally, this quick edit stuff he does is makes my eyes get a little bit shaky. But clearly, this guy has a super amazing following of people. And that's the only guy I know off the top of my head that's making big money. So that's a guy you don't necessarily need to donate to because he's doing good on YouTube and has affiliate sponsors and all that other shit. I don't have none of that. So anyways, the big news isn't for me to beg for money. I just had to put it out there that, hey, supporting the channel. I'm hoping everybody wants a channel like this where I'm honest. I say it how it is. I'm not sugarcoating shit. I'm polite. I used to be a bit more of an asshole. I know people have thought I toned it down a little bit, but hey, you want to build some relationships in the DJ community. You can't be a complete asshole to everybody, right? You gotta be friendly enough. But they all still know that I'm friendly to a point. Make garbage equipment and fuck around, and I have very little patience for that shit. Very little. Flex 2 is cool. This Rain Performer update, I'm going to play around with it sometime soon. I don't think it's going to change anything for me. I never accidentally hit the key. I don't do any microphone work with my Rain Performer. And I do want to make a video using the touch screen with the Rain Performer, like my 18-inch touch screen, and hook up DJ Pro with it, because I think that's going to look really goddamn cool. Just checking the chat here for a quick sec. No, believe it or not, PJ, he ain't making the kind of money like you think he's making on the channel. Believe it or not. Like no, I was kind of surprised. We've talked about that, he's pretty open about it. Like, I'm not going to get into someone else's financial business, but, he's not riding around in a fucking Porsche or nothing either, right? Shit, dude, you just sent $25. That's you're fucking the man. Yeah, dude. That's awesome. See, shit like that, man. Like, I fucking, it's why I do this channel, it's not even just the money sometimes. It's the appreciation someone go out of their way to do this, because fuck, I'm just some stranger trying to help some people out. And it's nice to know that there's other people out there that want to help too. And they see the cause. They see what I'm trying to do here. I'm not trying to be popular. I was never popular. I wasn't a popular kid in school. I wasn't like the loser either. You know what I mean? I kind of got along with everybody. No, I talked to the nerdy kids. I talked to the preppy people. I talked to the jocks. I was like, little bit of a social butterfly. I didn't exclude anybody. I literally would talk to whoever and be friends with anyone who was a decent person. If you're an asshole, I did not care about your status of how you were. That's the way my life has been. I don't need to be friends with everybody. And same with the channel. I don't need a million people. I don't need a million subscribers. I don't need a million views. I just need small, cool little group of people that I can help out and we can all work together. Because shit, man, lots of times I've been doing shit on the channel and you guys have given me suggestions of how to fix something. Yeah, I only let you pay if everything is really right. Otherwise, I'm just a manipulator. Pierre, what did you mean? I don't understand. I don't even know what you meant by that statement, to be honest. And Chaotic ENT with the ruckus. What's going on, brother? Yeah, that little flex too. I think, if I was going to my buddy's house for some shit and I want to just kind of jam, I'm not gonna drag the Rain Performer. I don't have anything portable. The only portable system I have at this point that's very portable is literally my iPad. And I can mix on it. It's fun. But, still having some knobs and jogs and shit make it a little bit more interesting for me. And okay, I do have my Denon DJ Go Plus. I got to talk about that one too because that's a great system. But it's still not like the most portable. You're not just going to jam it in any old backpack and not give a shit. Where I feel like this thing here, even at the price point, I don't want to say if something happened to it, but if it got scratched up or whatever, you can always put a 12-inch skin on it. I'm sure the skins are going to be cheap because it's so little. Customize it a little bit. And it's not a big deal, like if you go to a house party and this thing got fucking trashed, someone spilt something on it, you're going to be upset, but not to the point of having a complete fucking meltdown either. It's not like CDJ's getting their shit spilt on, right? And I wonder if they're going to offer alpha theta care on this thing because what's it going to be, like $5 a year? You know what I mean? This thing's cheap, right? And DJ Mac, yeah, you know what? True story. The Mixstream Pro Go is still like the best in that sense because you got the built-in speakers and everything. You really can just walk out the door, sit in the park, and fucking DJ. But size-wise, once again, like I thought about doing it on my scooter. I was gonna go down on my electric kick scooter, throw the shit in my backpack, and you know what? And it was still a little big and still at a price point that, because I didn't have a case for it, a proper case and shit, I was concerned to just toss in a backpack and fucking ride on a scooter. Where with the Flex 2, I might not, it might be easier to like wrap a towel around it and stuff it in my Adidas old backpack, and I'm fine. I don't need anything special for it, right? My name is Froofy DJ on Dead and Next Gen on So Cool My System. Yeah. I got lots of Dead and DJ stuff here, man. I love the company. I love gear in general. I am not this is not a one-sided channel. Nobody can buy my love. Look at that. Somebody running an SC6000 with the XDJ-AZ. That's kind of cool. 5 days ago they did that. Esteban Dito. For anyone who's interested in that. Always like to check out other things, what's going on with everyone else and what they're doing. And, guys, I got to tell you, too. You'll need a console with the FLX 2. With the Go, all you need is a speaker. Yeah, but once again, we're comparing like apples versus fucking chickens at this point, because the price Think about it. I can take the FLX 2, an iPad, or my phone, but let's just say iPad because DJ Pro on iPad works pretty good. And, you know, and then take a speaker and I could spin, right? Now, yeah, I can take a dead-end DJ Go and a speaker and I don't have all that extra shit, but fuck, there's still, it's not like it's $20. You know, here in Canada, the dead-end DJ Go Plus is still like, what the fuck is it? It's not cheap. It's $1,300 plus tax. That is like 100 plus my 13%. You're talking about $1,469. So break down the math. I can buy an iPad Air, older one, even a used one for that matter, that can still run DJ Pro, no sweat, spend $300. And, you know, even if you broke it all down, say 600 for the iPad, you know, for a pretty good iPad for $600, I can tell you. Then another 300, you're at $900, and you're at $900. And then I go buy, you know, say I go buy fucking a JBL speaker fucking for $200-300. The point is, this is not the system for us hardcore guys with all the gear. You gear junkies aren't going to give a shit about this thing, to be honest. And you might change your mind because you know what? I myself, there's no way, even at $300, to me, $300 is still a lot of money considering it took me 5.5 hours to beg for $65. You know what I mean? So 300 is still like past my price point of anything I want to buy. Cause I just spent $5,000 on this goddamn AZ. That I didn't have that money. That was line of credit money. Just saying. So $300, no, I don't want to buy it. They want to send me one to try it out. I'm very interested in trying it out. Yeah, I'm not like, fuck that, I don't got time. No, I want to see it. It unlocks DJ Pro. I don't care that it unlocks Record Box. I don't really care that it unlocks Serato Lite. I don't care about the mobile Bluetooth bullshit it can do to a phone. I don't care about all of that stuff. Personally, myself, some people, it might be cool. For me, I don't care. I am a big fan of DJ Pro. I think it's the best software on the planet right now. It's got the flexible beat grids that are machine learning AI. It's got the beat looper. It's got their own streaming music that you can record. You see? No one else can do that. And their own streaming services have a lot of genres and a lot of cool music that you probably never heard before because it's not Beatport top fucking 100 shit, right? So I'm pretty excited to see this little tiny unit. A lot of you might think it's shitty, it's not great. And guess what? Dude, not meant for you guys. It's not meant for you. And you know what? I'm going to get this thing here in the TheDjLab. You're going to see me hook it up with my 18.5-inch touchscreen. On my Mac Mini. You'll see me run it with my iPad. And you're going to be like, fuck, I think I want one of those. I don't know how many times that shit's happened on this channel. You guys see the other guys just doing their bullshit. Then you see me take it and hook it up with some cooler shit. And all of a sudden you're like, huh. And you know what? Maybe you guys don't even remember these days. Back in the day with Tractor, I was taking little small shitty DJ controllers with my S4, right? And I was taking the jog wheels and I would map the jog wheels to the effects knobs, to the 3 effects knobs and the parameter knobs. So I could spin the knob, spin the wheel on this little bullshit controller on the side, and I turn a little tiny thing into a full effects processor. So, hey, when the thing's only this big, it's that big. It's small. When it's only that big and you have a big, expensive shit on the side. Who knows what possibilities when you can MIDI map software, the things you might be able to do having the little tiny guy as your little side MIDI mapped specialized controller. You got to have some imagination, man. It can't be all just plug and play and do like everyone else. I will be the guy. You won't see anyone else here on YouTube that'll take that little Flex 2 and I'll MIDI map the shit out of it for virtual DJ or some nonsense, and I'll make it do some crazy shit. I'll make it do shit it wasn't meant to do. Because I'm like a bit of a mad scientist when it comes to gear. I like to fucking, I never was the kid. So when I was a kid, you guys don't know this story. My parents hated buying me any kind of electronics of any sort because the first fucking thing I did, someone was stupid enough at some point in my life when I was a kid to buy me, I think it was my grandfather, bought me a little tool set. Well, that was a bad idea. I'm a curious kid. I took apart every fucking thing anyone ever gave me to see how it worked. And if someone bought me a little remote control car, you know what I would do? I'd rip that bitch apart. I would get some popsicle sticks, some wood or some shit. I would like stick the board on and tape the motor on and pop the tires. I would take a perfectly brand new thing and turn it into a total piece of shit and remote control drive this thing around and put some lights on it or some shit. Like, as a fucking shitty kid, man, I fucked every one of my toys to try to make something new out of it. Every one of them. I was curious. I wanted to know how things worked. If I had the technical know-how, if I was smart enough, I would have all this DJ equipment torn apart. There's a Russian guy I've seen on Instagram. He takes like old fucking CDJs and makes some current like 2000 Nexus screens in them and shit. He's a mad scientist. Makes his own circuit boards. I would love to be able to do that shit, but that's beyond me. I'm not that level of nerd. Well, shit. Wow. Fucking who's the I haven't been watching the fucking things here. Sorry. Lex? Who is that, man? Someone just sent me $25 too. You guys are the best, man. Double check that shit. Am I seeing that right? Oh no, that was the last one. I think it converted because you said you sent money. I think it converted because it just, yeah. Either way, man, I'm fucking Cash Rock. This guy's the best, man. Look at this. Are you on here, dude? Look what this guy wrote on his Facebook, right? Steve Stone is the best guy in the streaming business with regards to DJ equipment watches, so feel free to thank myself later, even though there is a number of you who are all too proud for this, as I care to share, and you will not come across anyone quite like him. He's a real one. Plus, he will save you a boatload of money this coming Thanksgiving and Christmas time. You're the man, dude. That's the shit right there. You see, money is great. When people say, I have no money, there's all kinds of shit you can do. A like is the very least amount. Going on your social media and saying some, like, I got fucking goosebumps, dude. Because, you gave me the feels. You go on Facebook and on your social media and you put out to your people that I'm a fucking good guy and I'm helpful. That's like, you almost bring fucking some emotions to this old fucking bastard here. Seriously. Just when I think sometimes I want to quit this channel and say, fuck it all. Why am I spending all this money? I do all the time, man. Seriously, it's going to get emotional for a second. My girlfriend does so much shit for me. She is like the love of my life. She is the fucking best. And I think she never says a fucking word about me buying DJ equipment. She's like, if you like it, it makes you happy. She's so fucking supportive. And I think to myself, I've spent over shit in my life and all the years of this, beyond my time, just the financial cash I put in. This has been $70,000 at least poured into this channel, buying stuff and testing and doing tips and tricks. And I'm not sitting here doing mixes all night and DJing. I'm not even that guy, man. I'm watching TV, playing Call of Duty and shit. So it's not like I bought it for a lot of my own enjoyment. Sometimes, but not often anymore. And I think I spent all that money for what? There's like 7.5 million views on my channel. And then lately I get about 100,000 views a month. I'm like, I spent all this money for 100,000 strangers that don't show a whole lot of love. A few of them do, but not really. Like, why don't I sell it all and spend that money on the one fucking person I actually care about? And I struggle with this all the time. Why am I spending money to help out total strangers? Why am I not spending this money to show my girlfriend how much I appreciate her and to do things for her? And it's because I keep hoping one day this channel will get to a point of making real money, getting some kind of sponsorship from someone I don't even know, so I can make enough money to tell her she doesn't have to go to work anymore. That's why I'm doing this shit. So hopefully she's had, she hasn't had the easiest fucking life, and I don't want to get into details, but she's been, she's a strong person. She fucking goes to work, has good work ethics, and her whole life is work. She doesn't have no real fucking hobbies, She's burnt out. She works hard. And, yeah, it'd be fucking nice to be saying, you know what, hun, things are big enough now. You don't got to work. I'll take care of shit from now on. That's the truth. And it's nice to see people support the channel and help me to try to achieve that goal, because you guys, at the end of the day, you are helping me, but really at the end of the day, you're helping me to help her. So fuck yeah. And guess what, friends? My USB stick has arrived downstairs, but I won't jump out quite yet. Let's get back on YouTube. Let me talk to some of you guys. I haven't been reading the comments because I can't see my monitor from here, so I need to look down at my phone. Okay, so let's back up a sec here. So yeah, so the Flex 2, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, DDJ-200 had no sound card whatsoever. That was kind of a piece of shit. I don't want to say it, but for the average person, it was kind of pointless. Like I'm saying, don't call things a piece of shit, but really, whoever made that wasn't really thinking. I guess they thought everyone's going to DJ on their phones or some shit, and it didn't work out like that. I don't think it was a great seller. So the Flex 2 at the price point, having a headphone jack and everything, it's pretty fucking good. What's going on? I Lit You Burn. I think DJ Pro is better than Virtual DJ for a lot of things. It's the flexible beat grids, man. I like to mix all kinds of genres and mash things up and shit. I think stems sound better, and flexible beat grids, being able to take rock, I can take some AC/DC vocals and mix that shit with some drum and bass. Seriously, like, you can't do that on Virtual DJ so well. So, and by the way, the update on the XDJ-AZ, from what I can see, is I think it's got something to do with the USB. I think they think it too. I'm pretty sure, like, they think something's up with like a memory leak issue or something. I guess not all. this thing here, for whatever reason, might be a little bit more finicky with certain drives. I don't know the exact, I'm not a nerd. I don't know all the fucking details. And they didn't share everything with me. But I do know when I was running last night on Link. So Record Box, if you didn't know, doesn't even have to be the newest Record Box. You can go down into performance mode. You got to be full screen. You hit the Link button. And on your device, CDJ-3000s do this as well too. You'll see the name of your computer. And you click it and it pulls up your library over Wi-Fi from Record Box. And so I was playing around with that for a long time, for hours. It was cool. And then what happened is I had 4 tracks loaded. When I put the computer, I just like closed the lid. It went to sleep, lost connection. The 1 track stayed loaded in. The other 3 tracks went into emergency loop mode. So all I did was I dimmed all the lights down. I turned everything down. I didn't want to put a towel over top because I've done that before. And I just want to say, okay, there's no towel, there's no heat issues. There's nothing connected to it at this point. Everything's just sitting in memory, playing. Power management was turned off. Screen dimmer, the screensaver was also turned off. I think that's got something to do with things as well too, all my testing. And I woke up this morning and right to this point now, all this time, this thing's been on and it's working. When I open up the Mac and I reconnected the link, it linked back up. Everything's smooth. So no hard drive plugged in right now. My new SanDisk Extreme Pro USB that PJ was so kind to reimburse me for because he's a fucking good guy and he knows money's tight on my end. And I don't want to spend any more money to troubleshoot stuff. It's here. It's downstairs. I got to go get it. So I'm going to be trying that this afternoon to see. We don't know. Don't know if that's going to help, but at least it's going to put me on the same level as what the engineers are testing. So we can at least rule out if it was a shitty drive, because I had a crash with my SSD drive, the Samsung. So we're going to see. What's going on, Shane? JH is in the house. Better beats. Pioneer out the window with its new design of hardware. No Pioneer influence at all for the old hardware. Well, Pioneer is almost out the door. It's all alpha theta now, man. So, you know, I don't mind the new design. It's just remember these new controllers, right? This Flex 2. All you cats out there that are DJs, been doing this shit since the 1200s, this isn't for you. You know, like, it's not a toy, but it's definitely entry level for the people who they're not that serious, maybe. They're just testing out the waters, getting into it. There's those guys that want this thing. You know, you want to get your kid into something? Do you want your kid? You want your 8-year-old kid hopping on your AZ with their sticky little fucking fingers and teach them how to DJ? Fuck that. Kid's not touching my shit. Here, have your own. My dad, you think my dad let me touch his computers and his stereos and shit? No way, man. As a teenager? No way. He came home. I remember he came home with a fucking, the Sega Master System. You think he came home, you think that was for me? Fuck no. That was for him. You know what he did for the first fucking 2 hours? I sat, because we always had like an extra room, like his computer room, you know what I mean? I sat there for 2 fucking hours watching the man play the fucking games before he's like, you want to try? I wasn't allowed to walk. That had a lock on that door. I wasn't allowed to touch that shit. I had my own shit. You know, I'd get the hand-me-down. I get the cheaper version of. I didn't have what my dad had. So don't let your kids touch your goddamn DJ equipment. Fuck that. Learn to leave your shit alone. This is why you buy a Flex 2. Here's your Flex 2 with your sticky little peanut butter and jam hands. You can fucking touch that all you want. And if you fuck it up, guess what? You're not getting another one. And your wife and you're not going to cry because you spent $179. The kid used it for 6 months and then fucking, dumb little kid dropped it and fucking smacked it against some shit. I don't know. So, yeah. You're not going to be a serious, oh my God, this little Flex 2 is going to replace my fucking, my DDJ-1000. No. No. Is it a nice little, you know, you're a serious DJ, you do bars and shit, and for the price, a backup, just in case some drunk asshole comes along and spills a beer all over your fucking decks? Sure, man. Why not? Why not have a little backup? You're a wedding DJ, you need a little something, a little portable something for a ceremony or some shit. It's light and it's quick to hook up with an iPad. Sure. You don't want to spend the money on a Denon DJ Go because, you know, you're not making that kind of money. There's a million reasons for this little thing. Alpha Theta, you guys should be paying me some money. Seriously. I really push your shit for free. I don't even push their shit for free. I push their shit and it costs me to push their shit. I push Denon DJ stuff. It costs me to push their shit. So please, your companies out there, hook a guy up, man. Don't just give me free. I don't want free gear. I can't pay rent with gear. Peter Lee, FLX2 is pants. Gives me a reloop buddy of the week. Oh, it give me a reloop buddy of the any week. Is it any week? Any way of the week. Any day of the week. You're hyped for the PJ stick. I like how we call it the PJ stick. Yeah, I'm gonna try it out today. JH is red. Okay, and don't worry, JH, you can talk all you want, man. So this is interesting. So JH has got some interesting news. You've read complaints on Reddit, and I guess you're talking about the AZ. It seems like an overclocking issue that can be solved via firmware upgrade. It's basically CPU being overclocked due to internal software conflict. You know, JH, you know what I'm going to do here, buddy? Because this seems like something relevant that, fuck, why can't I even do it here? I'm going to add you as a moderator, JH, and could you please do me a favor and post the link to that Reddit? I would like to get in on that. Because I'll tell you why I don't personally believe that, because I've heard from like the horse's mouth about this whole memory leak issue that they're working on. And the fact that this thing's been on all night running with no USB stick in it, and it was fine. That whole overclocking situation, I don't know. Like I do, and let me tell you, the thing's been on all night. All night. I put my hand under it, lift it up, put the hand under it, the bottom, and it barely feels warm. I mean, literally, I'm still baffled why an A9 mixer got so fucking hot. 900XS2, the V10, these things would get hot like you could make a grilled cheese on the bottom. It almost concerned me at times, like, why is it so fucking so hot? And even the S11, these things would heat up so much that you could smell the solder flux through the faders. And they're like, oh, that's normal. This thing doesn't heat up at all. So, yeah. So I don't really know if that's a situation or not. PJ stick. the question about PJ stick is, should it be fat 32 or X fat? Making things X-rated. Oh, do you want to hear a funny thing? I know there's a bunch of you here. This is embarrassing. I'm stupid, but it was funny. I did a stream last night with my phone, just laying on my bed, using that fucking white microphone behind me there. wherever it is, that lights up. Some guy pops on and's like, hey, can you say happy birthday to my friend? And this friend's name was Dixon, like Dixon, and then Myas. I looked down, I'm like, yeah, sure. And he wrote it twice. I'm like, sure, bro. You wrote it twice. I'll say it when I'm like, happy birthday, Dixon, my ass. I hope you got a cool DJ thing for your birthday. After the stream, I'm looking through, I'm watching it, going through parts, and I see me say, happy birthday, Dixon, my ass. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like Mo from The Simpsons. How did I fall for that shit? How did I fall for that stupidness? It was late, man. It was 5.5 hours of streaming yesterday. I was not feeling well, and I just wanted to go play around with the mic that lights up and talk and say goodnight and shit. And old man was sleeping. That was I can't remember who the fucking user was. I hope it's a subscriber to the channel, because dude, not many people get me like that. You know, it takes a bit that you got me on during one of my handicap moments, because I was fucking tired. And they linked my video, huh? Oh yeah, I've seen this, but I don't think I saw. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of shit about this AZ. I can barely even think straight about this fucking thing anymore. So, anyone joining the other news, anyone who's got a Rain Performer, there is a firmware update that addresses a couple little things, nothing crazy to be honest. Like the key shift buttons, now you can either have them default, just hit them, or set them for a long press in the menu so you don't accidentally hit them. They changed the mic echo on mic 1 to follow the BPM, and it's set for a half echo. And a couple other and made the faders mix a little faster. That they have like a faster mix to them, faster curve, I guess. And the main reverb, or the reverbs they made a little bit more reverby, I guess. I haven't had a chance to try it yet. I do have the firmware update here, and it's like, shit, man. Make a firmware update today on the same day the Flex 2 comes out. I'm still working on the AZ. I have friends that want me to try the touchscreen back there with Tractor and make a video about that, because that would probably be a cool setup in your Tractor system to have an 18-inch touchscreen that works. Fuck, there's a lot of shit going on. And you know, I'm supposed to go for, I have a nodule on my fucking thyroid. That might be a nothing, but I do need to go for an ultrasound for that, which I haven't done yet. I'm dealing with the hotel that we were staying at and some issues that we have at the hotel, waiting on that phone call back. I got another wedding coming up in 2 weeks, so I need to prepare things for that. I got a lot of shit going on for a guy who is kind of a little bit got low energy. You know, I don't have all the energy in the world to be doing this shit. Yeah, always something going on. And of course, today's a rainy fucking day. I have to return fucking Amazon. When I bought the touchscreen monitor, within a week, I see it on sale. You think they would price match? No, they made me rebuy it and then return the other one. So I did that, and I bought a 24-inch touchscreen as well because I thought it might be cool and be better, and it wasn't. So I have two monitors. One's worth like 400, the other one's worth 400. There's 800 bucks on my card that I need to get back to the post office, but I can't walk it over in the fucking rain. So then we got Halloween on Thursday. That's my mom's birthday as well too. I don't know what the fuck I'm getting her. I'm like flipping through Amazon trying to get ideas because I don't really want to go mall shopping. She's like, she doesn't need too much. So I don't know. It might just be fucking flowers or some shit. I kind of hate buying flowers. I'd rather buy like a real sensible, decent gift, right? And then we go to my girlfriend's place for Halloween. It's supposed to be raining, so that might fuck things up to give out some candies to all the little fucking weirdos running around. All right, JH, thanks for coming in and giving us a little bit of insight to things as well too. So yeah, that was the big news of the day. Couple good donations from PayPal. Like, hey guys, before I, fucking go get my stick and try out this AZ stuff, I've been working pretty hard on stuff. Couple of people came in, donated a couple of bucks. I haven't seen any super chats. I'd rather the money come through PayPal. And like I said, 337 views. And the last, it's been an hour. Has it been an hour? How long has it been here? An hour and 7 minutes. And I really have to limit myself. I have to honestly, some things I got to do. We got 25 people in here. In an hour's time, I need to feel it worth my time. For every hour I put into this kind of stuff, I need to honestly make at least 30 bucks. Somewhere in that vicinity, you know what I mean? And when I see 340 people, if literally 30 people gave me $1, $2 or something, this would be a lot easier to do. If people were donated more frequently as well, when I'm doing the testing and stuff, I could actually DJ and show off the controller at the same time and not worry about monetization and copyright and all that other shit. I could just rely on the donations to kind of keep things afloat. So, PayPal link is up there. It's pinned. It's not hard to do. Couple of bucks. It doesn't got to be 20 bucks, like the last guy, he sent 20 bucks. And did he? What he send? Let me just fucking verify here. So yeah, last guy came to whatever, because where they come from. They were in the Netherlands. So the Netherlands, you know what I mean? I got people from all over the world. It's not just, North America here. And the guy was good enough to send, it's 25 bucks. And then this is why I like PayPal. It's real simple. They took $1.28 fee. So $23.72 Canadian. It's how this transferred out to. If you're in the US, send me a couple of bucks, man. The exchange rate's really good for me. So that helps out. I don't want anyone to think, if I see a PayPal thing where someone sent me $1 and they took 30 cents off or some shit and I got 70 cents from you, I don't take that as an insult. I would fucking much rather every viewer send it $1 to me than to have one person send me 25, because I feel like that's a lot. It's a lot of money just to hand out 25 bucks to a stranger. 20 bucks. Handing $1, $2, that's easy. We've all done that. So it wouldn't hurt, you know, you're helping yourself too. When you support the channel, you send me $1 or $2, it keeps things going, and you know that you have a reliable source to come to when you need help. I've had so many of my people that watch the channel, they got me on Facebook and shit. You can add me on Facebook. It's Steve Stone. I'm not hard to find. Just look for Steve Stone. And when you got an issue, you can message me. Don't message me first. You know what I mean? Fucking look on YouTube. I might have made a video on how to fix the problem. But, you know, when you've exhausted and you've made every attempt on yourself to try to fix something and you can't figure it out, I'm the guy that you can talk to. I'll call you up. I've called up people from here. Fuck texting, man. I'll do voice chat with you. We talk for a couple of hours, shoot the shit, help them fix their issues, give them advice. I'm that guy. The rest of those YouTubers out there with their big channels, they can't do that shit. You know why? They got jobs. They got lives, you know, and they got other shit to do. They can't be here all day long doing this shit like I'm doing. I'm sure like Cleveland Terry, especially, I think I talk to him the most, right? And probably Mojax. They both in their heart, if they could sit there and just do this all day long and not have to work and worry about family and shit like that, they probably would. Because these guys are true, you know, their heart's in it. But, and no talking shit about anybody, I am still the only guy that I know at this point who's on YouTube doing reviews for trying to do it for a living, so to speak, who actually, I put my money where my mouth is, and I bought an XDJ-AZ, even though Alpha Theta said they were going to send one to me when they got stock to do a review. Most people would have said, why'd you buy it? I bought it because ultimately it's going to replace my CDJ-3000s and my V10. I'm going to sell that and pocket a bunch of cash that I desperately need. That's the true hope, that I have the same mixing experience and workflow and enjoyment from one unit with one big screen versus having to look at 2 smaller screens and my V10. I sold my A9 and I only did it because I had 4 CDJ-3000s. It seemed like overkill, and I was offered a good deal to sell the A9 with them. And I really need the money to kind of keep everything flowing. And I bought the new camera and the lens. Like, I put the money back into this whole thing, right? So, what's going on, Dilio? Exactly. Where's that goddamn like button? That's what I want to know. 27 likes is all right. You know what I mean? It's not bad. But, you know, like yesterday was really crazy. It took 5.5 hours to make $67 on PayPal. And not because everyone donated. It was like just a handful of people that were, you know, helping out. A couple more than others. And I had like 99 likes out of 1,400 views. Like, fuck. There should have been at least 700. I expect at least half the people. You're either here and you like my shit and you hit the like, or if you're here because you're a fucking hater and you're waiting for me to have a fucking heart attack on camera or something, well, keep on waiting. Because you know what? I've been to the cardiologist. I've had lots of testing done. I don't think I'm going to keel over anytime soon. So you know what? Go to another channel and watch someone else. I'm fine. Maybe you're sadistic and you hate me, but you love the sound of my voice. I don't know. So I just don't get it. So many views. Average, and even the average view duration is 6 minutes and 29 seconds out of the hour. So that means some people are here. The truth is, I'm probably having a conversation with like 10 fucking people at best that are here from the beginning to the end. And I get it, man. Time is money. Can't sit there and listen to me all day. So recap for anyone's coming through. I'm just going to do that fast little recap. FLX 2 came out today. Small little entry level controller. Works with Record Box, Serato DJ Lite. Most importantly, it works and opens up DJ Pro. That's the value in it right there. It does have a sound card on it. It's 3.5 to RCA. It doesn't have a browser knob. It doesn't have VU meters. But it's inexpensive. Hook it up to an iPad. Hook it up to your MacBook Pro. An entry-level controller that I think even a guy such as myself with expensive shit, the top-of-the-line stuff here, it's going to be coming probably sometime this week. When I get it, I'm probably going to have some fun with it. I had a stupid little iMix fucking bullshit mixer. And you know what? Sometimes mixing on a real simple little bullshit thing is kind of fun. You know what I mean? You ever see some guy with guitars pick up like some little bullshit fucking toy ukulele and start fucking killing it? Same kind of thing. You don't need to have $10,000 DJ system to do a good mix. And you wait. You just fucking wait. You're going to see so many people on YouTube with their little Flex 2s just killing it. Just fucking killing it. Because it's all about skill, song selection, right? DJ James King. Thanks, buddy. You know why this shit looks so crisp? I'll tell you the secret. This is a Sony a7 IV, $3,000 camera. And I'm not running HDMI. It does have the ability to go USB-C straight in. I'm running 1080 at 60 frames a second. My shutter speed, actually, you know what? I just realized something. Something's off here. Okay, I got to adjust one more thing. Okay, so there, my shutter speed is 1/125. I'm at ISO 1250 on this thing. My window's open. It's very cloudy outside and rainy, so you know that's actually pretty good conditions for the lighting. What we got here? Oh, I could probably turn my ISO up just a touch though. And then my f-stop is at 3.5. A lot of people, what they like to do is they want to, I'll show you an example here. They like to go down to 1.8 and then you have, and let me adjust the ISO down. So they like to be like this and have a lot of bokeh going on and separation. But because I have this sitting here, I actually, you know, just changed it ever so slightly to bring it up a touch. So we go like, let's go f3.2 and bump that ISO back up to say about there. And I think that's all right. And I am running also too. So I am like literally arm's length away. I can't touch the lens. And this is a 35mm prime lens. It's an f1.8. It's a Samyang lens. So one thing about this, watch this, the focus breathing they talk about on cameras. When I pop out, and when I pop back in, compared to the Sigma lens that I was using, it was very expensive. It had much faster focus. And I can't, you know, pull my watch up super close to this thing and get like crazy macro. But for talking head video, I think the 35, from my perspective, is working pretty good. Yeah, that Newmark Pro, the Pro Go, I had one here. I bought one. And then my buddy was interested in it. And I'm like, he's probably going to get more use out of it. So I sold to him. But I really like that thing. Same with SC Live 4. SC Live 4 is another one that's a very good system from Denon. And I'm going to give my viewers here just an exclusive little peek of news. Speaking of Denon, I will use my magic prediction ball here. And I predict that, there's going to be some news from these guys soon too. You know why? Everyone else seems to have some news coming up and things. So I feel like this is the moment. Some shit's going to happen. And you know what? There might be some shit that happens and it's not even going to cost you any money. That's the best part. Fuck, I love this company. I have bought gear that was fucking so old. And, 5 years later, they're making an update that gave me a whole new set of features that I couldn't have even imagined or dreamt of. Just out of nowhere. Nothing I asked for, nothing I needed. Do you remember when, I have lots of Nanoleaf lights? I would have never in my life expected a DJ system to have interaction with my Nanoleaf lights. It's awesome. I mean, it's great. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of Nanoleaf lights. And, yeah. Goddamn DJ controller can interact with all of them. I would have never asked a company to do that. I would have never dreamt of it. I don't know who thought of that, but it's fucking genius move, man. I let you burn. Dude, we can see the pores on your skin of your face. Well, that's not so good. I should put on the smoothing filter. Cause yeah, I got some stubble going on here. Yeah, man. You get to an age that you really shouldn't be running such a high fucking fidelity camera. I should stick to the iPhone, my phone and my iPad, or my Logitech Brio. This is fucking a bit much, right? And I can't say what's coming. You guys can only guess. You can think of the most logical shit. Like, what do you think next would be? It doesn't take a magician or a magic ball to realize, what's coming. The question is, whatever they're going to do, will it be any good? That's always the question about these things. We all knew an XDJ-AZ was coming. What we didn't know, and we knew it was going to be like CDJ-3000s. That I knew that shit the day the CDJ-3000 came out, right? What we didn't know is that they were going to fucking ditch the name, call it Alpha Theta, and call it an XDJ-AZ. We didn't know that. We didn't know it was going to have some bugs when it first came out, but we should have suspected that. The company does seem to have a little bit of the RX3 apparently had issues, I was told. I've never used one. Some people report that the XDJ-AZ had issues, but guess what? I was not an early adopter. I bought that long after it came out. I believe I bought it used, to be honest. So all the bugs were long gone by the time I bought one. And DP, they have released a new firmware for Akai MPC-1 live units recently. It's amazing. And you know what's crazy? I'm in pretty tight with Music. If I called the guys up at Akai, because I have an APC64 sitting here, right? That I MIDI map for some shit. And they never asked for it back yet. If I was to call them up, honestly, and say, hey, man, because they did loan me an MPC-1 before, and I'm stupid. I found it very confusing. They lent me an Akai Force. I had that for quite a while. And I figured it out Then I gave it back. Then I borrowed it again, and I kind of forgot everything I did. And I didn't want to relearn it. So the MPC Live, it's a little over my head. Maybe if I had someone physically sit with me teaching it to me, maybe I'd clue in, but I'm not that fucking smart. German guy on YouTube who is in contact with Denon basically confirmed that it's coming. You know those Germans, man. You can't trust them too much. Did you know I'm half German, by the way? So you can halfway trust me. You know the other half? Aboriginal Indian. Like, not like turban guys, like the feather guys, right? Mohawk, to be exact. And there's some Scottish, Irish in there too, just in case you guys are ever curious of what the fuck am I? What kind of mungie cake am I? As my girlfriend calls me. My Italian girlfriend calls me a mungie cake. So I don't know what you guys want to do. Do you want to stay sitting here and chat amongst yourself while I go get that new USB stick? And we can see what the fuck it does? Would that be a plan? Is anyone curious to know? All right, man. I'm going to go get that thing. That'll literally take me 5 minutes, if that even. So it's enough time. Go take a piss. Go take a shit. You know, if you're a weirdo, you want to go rub one out, be my guest, because I won't be here to watch it or to hear about it. I'm gonna go get that shit from my locker downstairs. We have these fancy mail lockers, and you got a text message that you got your package. So Fancy Dancy Steve's gonna go get his super fast USB, super extreme, la da da stick. All thanks to PJ. All right, friends, thanks for waiting around. Had to pick up some supplies. And of course, get my package. Well, it ain't pretty. It's a little big, so it's going to be easy to find because I'm fucking forever losing the little ones. I had a nice little tiny 256 Kingston. Real tiny motherfucker. Lost that bitch a long time ago. And this is we're going to switch microphones. Because I got the clip to run the white one. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to get this mic onto this stand. We're working away here. I couldn't find a white one, but that's okay. Give me a second. Mm. Check 1, 2. Check, check. Okay, let me know. Let me know how this is sounding. Because it's bright, the color of the mic probably it's not it's not popping like I expected it to. But if I close the window up and shit, it'll probably be quite a bit better. But let me know how this is sounding compared to the last microphone. There, maybe that's better. I just turned up the mic. Am I is noise suppression okay? Everything working good? So yeah, test, and so checking things on my side.
So yeah, test, and so checking things on my side. So yeah, test, and so checking things.
Okay, I turned it down a little bit. I don't know if that's probably a little bit better. I just, you know, we got the and I think the there, I got to get the face tracking going here to make sure that we're tracking my face and not the microphone. So okay, we've got the new mic hooked up. I don't know if it's any better. The one thing for sure, this microphone was 35 bucks used. My other mic was $200 used. So you let me know if you think there's a difference between a used $200 mic and a used $35 mic. This mic is worth $200 new. The other mic was worth about, I think, close to $300 new. And this one's prettier. And if I get really close to it, it's probably good. But I don't want to talk that close. Yeah, sounds just as good, right? Because in OBS, I'll tell you what I have. I have noise suppression turned on. I have a compressor turned on and the limiter turned on in that order. So these guys with their fancy $700 microphones, fuck that shit, man. You don't need a super expensive microphone to sound halfway okay on this shit. So the real moment of truth, and here's where the problem comes in. I have not, I don't have my MacBook plugged in, and do I have a spot where I can put it? I don't have the best spot. So thank God for my friends at Deck Savers, because I have a Deck Saver, I have spots to be able to put shit that I wouldn't normally put. So my DGS 1000, for instance, I can take it and sit it on my Deck Saver and have no fear that I'm going to fuck anything up. Did you know, by the way, for such a smart guy, I just recently discovered, like yesterday, that I could charge my 16-inch MacBook up by USB-C instead of the MagSafe charger? I had no idea. I don't know why. I never really just had a reason to, never thought about it. Yeah. Never thought about it. So, the new stick. Back on my face, hopefully, and not the microphone. I'll never understand why they package things up like they're going to go bad. Look at the packaging. Is there a need for me to have to own a goddamn knife to get into something? Okay, quick review. SanDisk, Extreme Pro Go. Extreme Pro, no. Extreme, yeah, Pro. Extreme Pro. 128, 3.2, USB 3.2 solid state flash drive. You can transfer a full-length 4K movie in less than 15 seconds. But we'll fucking see. The little switchblade bullshit going on here. That, you know, we're not focusing because we're having a hard time focusing. Here, focus just on me. And of course, got a MacBook Pro, which means I need a fucking adapter. The same adapter I'm using on the microphone right now. Let's try this for half a second with this thing. So we're going to try to export in some stuff over from Rekordbox. And we'll see just how fast this thing really is. So 53 tracks, they're being analyzed because they've never been analyzed before. 9%. So it's exporting and analyzing. 19%. 21%. I feel like I can turn the ISO down a little bit on this camera, by the way. And 45%, 28 tracks left. 49%. Oh, I can probably turn my ISO up a little bit because I'm seeing scan lines back here. I don't mind the scan lines. 83%, 8 tracks left to analyze. 89%, 94%, 95, 100%. 53 tracks that were not analyzed on a MacBook Pro M1. What's an M1 Pro? 53 tracks. That was pretty quick. So devices. Now let's just export that device. Got my stick. Well, you see, I spoke too soon. When I was telling you how the AZ was didn't freeze up. Well, with nothing plugged into it, it did freeze up on this firmware. So now, in all fairness, what I did do, by the way, you see how the light just went off? I had a little USB light on the side plugged in into the USB port of this thing. So I don't know if that had any effect on it. It's just drawn fucking 5 volts. It shouldn't, shouldn't, but let me tell you something. With the window open, when you turn the brightness down on your screens on this thing, on the AZ, it's pretty fucking dark. That stick sticks out like that on the thing, man. I don't know if I'd want to be running into CDJs and having a stick that big sticking out of my fucking player. Like, I don't know. What? I just go to open up my library. It says waiting. What are you waiting on, dude? It's supposed to be such a fast fucking stick. But keep in mind, this player, the USB on this thing, I don't even know what speed they're. They're probably not 3.2. Waited. It's still waited. What the fuck's going on with this thing? Currently, right now, I'm looking at an XDJ-AZ trying to, with this brand new stick that's supposed to be like the shit these guys recommend. They recommend it so much that PJ even offered to send me the money for it. And it was just plugged into a MacBook. Fresh out. I don't even know what format the stick is. But clearly, this thing's not loving it. Do a restart, check one more time. Then I will recheck that stick to see if I need to format it for something else. So much work. Okay, that was much faster. I don't know what the first glitch was. All right, then I went into the stick, and now I got nothing on the screen, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with this thing. This stick is the worst stick of them all so far. Okay. I guess that's not going to work. If someone was paying me 50 bucks an hour to do this shit, I probably would be like, that's cool. I'm enjoying my job. I'm not making 50 bucks an hour. Not even close. This thing is formatted exFAT. Well, you know, it's exFAT. Don't know what else. Don't know what other options I got. SanDisk, erase it. I got Mac OS extended, journaled, exFAT, MS-DOS. What's the one that PJ was recommending? Well, you see, they don't recommend MS-DOS, actually, Drew. Yeah, they told me to, gotta look back and see what PJ suggested. So they talk about HTFS or the HFS. Well, I don't have either one of those. I'm going to erase it. That was fast. We're going to do exFAT. We're going to try the whole record box thing again. I'm running record box 7.04, by the way. It says convert to library plus. I'm going to say yes. The library conversion has finished. There's an update to 7.05. I'm going to do it. Just, you know, not leave any stone unturned here. Glad we got such smart people in here. You know, I was told, and here's the point, because I'm testing this stuff with the engineers, right? I'm going to do what they recommend. If they're saying to me, do it in exFAT, and this is the stick that they recommend, I'm trying to keep the same parameters that they're doing on their end, so nobody can say, well, you know, if I say it's MS-DOS and it's having issues, like if it's FAT32, it's having issues, they're going to say to me, well, maybe you should try this. So I'm just going to do exactly like they want. The other update, just in case anyone is wondering about my whole situation, PJ did say to me, hey, give yourself a time frame of, in your mind, of, you know, how long will I test for it and wait before I decide, fuck it, I'm going to do an exchange. The only problem here in Canada, because this is a hot item, not only is it a hot item, but it's a hot item that very well might have a lot of returns happening. The taking it back to the store, they don't have another one to give me. They ordered it just for me. So that means I have to order another one in, and there might not be another one to order for quite some time. So if I have to exchange it, I'm going to be fucked. So I can only hope, I don't know, I don't expect nothing. But for the amount of work I'm putting into this and the other work I've done on all the Pioneer DJ Alpha Theta products, that somebody somewhere within the company would recognize that I put a lot of time and energy into this thing and my money. I'm not just a guy who got it in the mail and did a review on it. I'm a guy who bought it and is trying to do reviews on it. And now I'm trying to work with your team to troubleshoot and figure out what's going on. That if I do need to do an exchange, I would sure hope you would find it within your heart and figure it out to send one directly to my door, right from the good old United States of America. Don't make me have to mess around with Canadian distributors and shit. And I will take this exact one. You give me a return label and I will slap it on the box and I will ship it right back to you. Because we do have a little bit, you know, it's the beginning of our little working relationship here as a reviewer. But it's the very least that I would expect out of a giant corporation that could help a little guy out here. I have dizziness issues, man. I have pins and needles on my feet half the time. Don't make me drag this giant box around any more than I have already. I only expected to take a subway to the store, grab this thing with a little cart, drag it into an Uber, and come home and enjoy it. That was all I signed up for when I bought this. I did not sign up to be a beta tester. I did not sign up to be an engineer. I didn't do none of that. But because I have a YouTube channel and I have subscribers and I got a little community here, I'm doing this service, A, because I want my shit to work, B, to help you guys out. And, you know, and at the end, I don't mind helping out the company as long as the company recognizes the shit that I'm doing for them. You might find me a little bit crass at times and you think I swear a little too much. But I'm keeping it real. I haven't talked shit about this product. I do like it. I want to like it. I want to sell my CDJ 3000s in my mixer. I would like this to be my new main system. And I don't know why it's taken this long to update the package over Wi-Fi on my MacBook. What's in this thing? It's always some shit. Can you warranty exchange directly with Alpha? Nope. Don't think so. I'm hoping so. I'm kind of hoping at the end of the day, that's exactly if it needs to go back. And that's an if. And I can tell you, the other thing that's so weird, man, my play buttons, and I don't have fingernails. I'm not wearing any, got nothing to scratch this. And these play buttons look like they have such scratch marks on them. I don't even know how. Like this finish has these marks on it instantly. Like, was it like this out of the box? Because this, if I was trying to resell this, here's the problem. If I was trying to resell this thing right now, because, you know, if it's not going to be good for me, I'll make a few videos, I'll keep my CDJs, and I was going to resell it. But right now, I look at the play button. If anyone looks at this under the light, and they're going to be like, why is it all scratched up, dude? Like, what are you doing? This record box is just sitting there. It's not downloading. I just canceled it out. Fuck this update. I'm not updating. So get in here. Try this export again, see what happens. See if anything changes here. Let me adjust this mic just a little bit. Make sure everything's working smooth with this microphone. It's not really Canadian politeness, to be honest. It's not really Canadian politeness, to be honest. I'm just trying to keep my blood pressure down, which reminds me, I gotta take the pill for my my blood pressure. Okay, let's try this again. By the way, my deck saver friends, deck saver guys, I need a deck saver for the AZ, like soon. Place is dusty as hell, man. It's already looking rough. It's already looking a little bit. I can't believe I need an air purifier in this place because seriously, I live on the 26th floor and there's shitloads of construction in Toronto. I just feel like I'm breathing in a fucking dirt storm all the time. Okay, everything seems to be a little snappier here. So I'm just gonna like, leave this thing sitting with a couple songs playing in an 8-bar loop with some effects on, and yeah. And I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna be doing my thing and see how this goes. To be honest, I'm not expecting that this USB is working some crazy miracle, because my solid state drive, the Samsung, is pretty goddamn quick as well. Probably as fast as this stick. These guys are talking about memory leaks and stuff, so and like I said, everything was cool overnight. The only thing that changed today is when I start the stream, I want to plug my USB light in, and I had nothing plugged into the USB. I said, okay, I'll plug it in there. And I plugged it in, and I didn't really notice if something happened because the screen was so dark to begin with, and it was bright in here. So, beats the fuck out of me what happened. Beats me. Don't forget, people. What we got going here? Just in case you didn't see that pinned message, that's the PayPal. If anybody wants to donate a couple of bucks to the cause over here, feel free to do so. I have been on this stream probably longer than I want to be. Yeah, seriously, I've been on the stream for 2 hours and 17 minutes. I've said my piece. I told you about the Flex 2, my thoughts on it. I think it's going to be a fun little thing to try out. Good for anyone who's starting out. The new firmware update for the Rain Performer came out. So if you got a Performer, obviously you're going to want to grab that. If you're thinking about a motorized controller system for Serato or DJ Pro, I highly recommend the Performer. You can't get into this goddamn meat stick. Fucking, it's always something, right? And as for the AZ, we will just keep poking along and see what happens. Drew's going to get his. Are you getting it on Halloween? Is it coming by, like, is a ghost or witch going to bring your fucking controller to you? And there's a few people out there having some issues. PJ says he can't reproduce the issue on his end. So, not the best small meat stick. Oh, you get it tomorrow. So, fucking hopefully it's a software thing. Hopefully it's not hardware. And if it is hardware, hopefully Alpha Theta will take care of this old man here in Canada. Because, fuck, man, I'm just another DJ nerd like you guys at the end of the day. The difference is I don't have a paycheck that says Alpha Theta on it. That's the difference. That's the difference. Just because I have the other guy's products doesn't mean, there's not some loyalty here. I'm loyal to, there's no reason to pick sides. I think Den and DJ makes really good products. There's a lot of features on their shit I like. There's some things I don't. And the same with you guys. There's some shit I really like, and there's some things I don't. The main thing I don't like buying something at this price point and having to do work. I want to be having fun. I'm an old, depressed man that's now going into the colder season here in Canada and getting the fucking winter blues. You know what I mean? I got a bit of sad going on. Seasonal disorder. So, this is not a good time to release gear to me for me to go almost bankrupt into. Not bankrupt, but I'm in debt. And then I have to sit here and do this work. I'll do it because it's just the kind of guy I am. I can't just let it sit. I'm not just going to return to the store, get my money back, because I can't even do that, friends. I bought this off the place where I used to work. My boss did give me, my old boss that played a record, gave me a little bit of a discount. And if I return to him in Canada, here's how this works. You buy some from the distributor, you own it. If you need to do a return, you know, if there's like a warranty exchange thing, that's different. If it's just a straight return, you know what they're going to do? Oh, they'll take it back, and the money that I spent on this will sit in their bank account while they collect interest until he decides to spend it. And he doesn't buy a lot of gear. He's a record store. So I don't want to screw this guy either. I'm really in a fuck situation here. I can't just say fuck it, I'm done, and return it and go use a Prime 4 Plus and call it a day. I'm in this deep now. I kind of have to go all the way. That's a shitty meat stick. Oh yeah, I know I can format FAT32, but these guys recommended at least exFAT because I was using FAT32, and they're talking about this memory leak situation and stuff, so I don't know. You know, Andrew, I'm going to have faith a little. If people can believe in God and Buddha and Jehovah and all of this other bullshit in the sky, I can at least believe that there's a team of people between the US and Japan that are smart enough to figure this shit out. That's a lot easier to have faith in than some invisible force in the sky, right? We'll see. Because the whole timeline thing, I do have a timeline. It's a week. It's going to be a week. At this time next week, if we don't have a new firmware update ready that has addressed the issue and fixes it, or I'm not told, you know, or I need to be told this is a hardware issue. And don't worry, Steve Stone at the TheDjLab, we got your back. We will take care of you directly. And you don't got to fuck around, nobody. Thanks for your hard work. And they do the exchange. If I don't have at least something in the process of being exchanged or we have a fix, the tone of my videos going forward about this system are going to be drastically different. And if I have to reach out to the competition, they don't call them competition, but if I have to reach out to the other guys and have them pay me the money to pay for this system just to use it as marketing towards the other equipment, I'll go that route too. I, honest to God, I'd rather not, but I'm not going to get stuck with the money. I'm not going to stick my boss, having my old boss there, Eugene, that played a record here in downtown Toronto, Ontario, Canada, at 411 Spadina Avenue. I'm not going to stick him either with the goddamn $4,000 plus almost $5,000 of credit with the damn distributor. He's just a small record store. I ain't going to screw him too. And I'm not going to send it in and wait 2-3 months for a repair. These are the things I'm not going to do. I'll sit here for a week. I'll test your shit. I'll message you guys. I'll keep an open communication. And I'll try and tell everyone that, hey, everything's going to be good. Everything's going to be great. Don't make me a liar. That's all. I believe in you guys. You're smart. You can do it. I don't speak with digital DJ tips, and quite frankly, no offense to the guy, I got nothing to say to him. I would have nothing to say. Ask this guy. If you go on his channel, go ask him one day, when is the last time, what's the last piece of gear he bought with his own money, out of pocket, with nobody backing him up? Just straight walked in the door as a DJ and bought some DJ equipment. Ask him that. Ask him what year, what model. Ask him all that shit. Ask any of these guys. When's the last time did you buy DJ equipment? You think, even the guys that say, yeah, I bought some shit. You think, and you know, this is no diss, because I can get discounts too, just not from a lot of people. I got, you know, because of where I used to work, you know, little things like that. But do you think any one of these guys that have a decent sized YouTube channel, even when they buy equipment for their DJ business, you think they're paying full price? No way. They go to all the DJ expo shows and shit and stuff. They know all the distributors. They know the companies. They're getting shit either for discount, cost. In some cases, they might be getting shit for free. They're being hooked up. Just remember, you know, no one comes out and says it. If I'm getting a discount, I will tell you I got a discount. It wasn't because of Alpha Theta. They gave me nothing. Not that they wouldn't be willing to. Let me just say something. You know, they would be willing to do something for me. They just, because there's a Canadian distributor, there's a conflict that they can't ship shit straight to me and let me buy directly from them. That's all. The distributor used to give me a really good deal. And I don't even know what the hell happened to that relationship. They had my money for a year. They collected interest on my money for a full year. I never harassed them. I called them once in a while when they would promise, oh, it should be now, it should be now. And I would just reach out and say like, hey, any word, just like a normal person would do. And then all of a sudden, there were certain people you can't talk to that person. You can only talk to this person. And then that person, just after I got my shit, they kind of ghosted every time I messaged them. Because they didn't want to deal with me anymore. Because I just said the truth. The Canadian distributor here in Canada, SF Marketing, when stores purchase items for them, right? Especially little mom and pop and little small. I know lots of lots of pioneer DJ dealers, right? And it's the same thing. They need to, it used to be once upon a time, you place your order, right? When it came in, they sent you the invoice, you paid, they sent it. Fast forward, and they say, well, it wasn't supposed to be that way. They blamed one of the employees and said, well, she was doing it wrong. No, because I don't think legally you're kind of allowed to do that. They are a middleman. They don't know sometimes. They might be told a date, but they have no control over the date when it's actually going to show up. So they don't really know. And then you give the money. And a lot of these stores, they're using credit cards and shit, right? They're putting their orders on credit cards. And wait. And what, you're waiting 12 months because there was a back order? Now, luckily, the days of COVID are a little gone. The back order thing's not as bad anymore. You know, I got my AZ very quickly. Euphonia was just like that too. So it's better times. But that left a really bad taste in my mouth when I had that much money sitting there. And then they make me look like I was the asshole. There wasn't a fucking, I don't even think the word sorry slipped out of anyone's mouth or in an email. And if there was a sorry, it was probably a very insincere sorry because they really didn't give a fuck because it wasn't their money. Right? Oh yeah, Drew, if companies are going to send you shit, you're not going to say no. You know, all I kind of point out is they don't have to buy anything. They work their channel. they deserve, you know, and you put all that effort and editing and work into a YouTube channel and money, you know, the cameras, but I'm pretty sure even their cameras, some of these guys get a deal on their cameras because they're smart. They're not stupid like me and go pay. I bought my camera. I got a deal, but not because I reached out to Sony. I probably should have. You know, I'm sure if I had to reached out to Shure and I had to reached out to a bunch of people, like, you know, maybe if I had a team of people that was emailing out, maybe I could get all kinds of lighting and studio shit that I need. I can get all kinds of stuff for the channel. So they deserve it. I'm not saying they don't deserve to get a deal or get shit for free. They you know, maybe some of them have lost touch with the fact that they're a little bit spoiled and they don't have to buy the shit, right? So they don't have to make the hard decisions like we have to make when we're trying to decide where do we put our money. XDJ-AZ looks cool. Feels like TheDjLab kind of, sort of. Feels like an A9 mixer, kind of, to the most part. But, you know, there's a lot of issues going on right now with people's systems. No one seems to totally know what exactly is going on. I've seen multiple failures under different conditions. And I can just tell you, when I got the Prime 4 Plus and I plugged it in and I turned it on, you know what? It worked perfect. There wasn't one hiccup. There wasn't one bit of troubleshooting I ever had to do with that machine. It never hung up on me. Didn't do a fucking thing. And then I got a beta firmware. And guess what? I was doing stems. They weren't the best stems, but they were trying. You know, and we got touch effects and we got all kinds of cool updates. Never on my Denon DJ equipment did I get a firmware update because something was fucked up. I usually got a firmware update because they gave me something new for free. The firmware updates were been so good with the engine OS stuff. I suggested to them that, hey, you know what? Why don't you charge some money? I don't think there's a single engine OS user out there that wouldn't be more than happy that when there's a new firmware update that's not a bug fix, not talking about bug fix things, which are very far and few between, but when it's like new feature, I'd pay $20 because I'm quite happy to support a company. Like, I'd rather them sell me the hardware and make your residual income off me by giving me new things and improving things for me, rather than I have to sell my old shit and buy your new shit to get one more little feature. Right? The Flex 2 for $179 can do some shit that the AZ can't. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Just saying. It's not because it's the hardware. It's like they'll take cheap hardware and unlock certain tricks in Rekordbox that you can't get elsewhere. If I hooked up a CDJ-3000s with a V10 to Rekordbox, and if I want to MIDI map that group circuit, I need to pay money for the full subscription thing to unlock Rekordbox in order to MIDI map that extra little trick that it's got to something. That's not really fair. I still believe, same with this this AZ. With the AZ, even if it had been as you know, and I've seen this in the past, they used to do this. Do you remember when the controllers would say, oh, there's a voucher for DJ Pro or a Tractor or whatever, and it was like limited. So if I'm an early adopter, and this is just a suggestion for you guys, for any of these companies, if you want, you know, everyone's scared to be an early adopter because of these situations. Give me something. Give me a free license for full-blown record box. Give me a year of Dropbox. You know, give me some Beatport. Even the Denons, all the Denon products, you know, you could open up offers. You type in your serial number, and there'd be offers for Splice. There's offers for Beatport. There is offers for BeatSource. You know, there was offers for Amazon when they put Amazon streaming on. Like they're giving you some offers to test some shit out. Wouldn't take much, man. Wouldn't take much to give me something. You know, if you're telling us all that some of our USB sticks suck, give me a voucher to get $20 off a SanDisk or something. Like, reach out to these companies. They would more than happily work with you. SanDisk would be quite happy to be, you know, the official fucking USB drive for Pioneer DJ Alpha Theta. Why wouldn't they be? Hold on. Holy shit, Tom's. Dude, Tom's is the fucking best. You know what? He just sent me another 70 bucks, man. And I was about to shut everything. What's going on, Chuck? I'm just talking to my friend for 2 seconds. Give me like another 2 minutes and I'm going to come back on and talk to you guys because I haven't seen you two in a while. Oh, here we go. Thanks, Thomas. There we go. Now we get some audio. I mute you. Clear. I'm just going to go back. Thomas says, my friend bought the AZ and he gave me to try it out for a couple days, and after using it for a little bit, I'm still happy I didn't sell my Prime 4 Plus. You know, that's probably going to be the case. I haven't pulled out the Prime 4 Plus to screw around on it in a little bit, but I will be doing it soon. And Chuck, what's going on, buddy? Based on what you said about your ideal DJ system, which features workflow and flexibility, it sounds like that would be a Flex 10 with DJ Pro and an 18-inch touchscreen. I've never used an FLX 10, so I don't know what the workflow would be like on that. But the one thing I can tell you is, and I'm going to be running some videos with it soon, the Rain Performer with that 18-inch touchscreen running DJ Pro, I think is going to be really fucking good. I think that's going to be a really fun little system. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah, this HyperX microphone is pretty interesting. Because of the lightning here right now, you're not catching the full... You're not really catching the full glow of this thing. That kind of gives you a bit more of the... Did you guys already cover the AZ crashing? Yeah, we've been talking about it. I've got the new USB stick in there. The 3.2, the SanDisk Extreme Pro. I've got a loop going right now. 2 loops and some effects. And I don't know. I was running it last night with no USB, and I was running it off of Rekordbox through the link mode, export link, and it was running great. I didn't have any issues, and I even let it run overnight with no issues. And then what happened was I started my stream up in this light that I just turned on here. It's a USB light, and my SC6000M was unplugged. So I thought, oh, I need a USB. Let me just plug it in. I plugged it in. And when I start to stream, my screens were really dim from putting them dim last night. And I turned around and looked. When I went to go use the screen, it was blacked out. It was hung up. So I don't know if that's because of the USB being plugged in. Every rumor I've heard so far is saying something about the USB ports and memory leaks. And this is what's causing issues that they're working on. So, and I hope that that's rumor is true and they actually know something. Because if they know something, that means they can work on it, right? If they don't know what's going on, that's what scares me. So I'm hoping today, later on, I'm going to get a chance to talk to PJ. He's been super busy. You know, fucking the guy, I swear to God, he was on my stream yesterday for so long, answering people's questions and shit. The guy is, you know, he had to do the PLX2 video for his channel. He was doing the shit for the Pioneer channel. He's trying to get Halloween shit going because he gives out lightsabers and does this big cool thing at his house. So he's got that going on that he was trying to do. He's video editing. The guy had a big Star Wars wedding. It was fucking cool, man. And he's video editing all the lightsaber battles that him and his wife were having, but putting like the glow to make it look like Lucasfilm fucking effects on this shit. The guy is a complete genius. So he's been hanging out, helping out. When he suggested I need a new stick, and I said, fuck, man, I've been spending all this money. $65 is $65, you know what I mean? It took me 5.5 hours yesterday to raise $65 on the damn channel. And he's like, you know, how much? And I told him, he goes, okay, you know what? I'm going to reimburse you. And yeah, he said, buy the stick and I send you the money, and he sent the money. You're right, Chuck. It's one of those fucking strange things that, you know, it doesn't make sense to me. Why did you not include the SD card slot? What would that have cost? Honestly, right? What? My Dead and DJ Go has a USB slot. The Go Plus, they left it in. That has an SD card. And we didn't need, you know what I mean? We didn't need 2 USB sticks. One of them could have been an SD card. I didn't need to be able to record on one or the other. That's cool. I didn't need that. If you had to give me one USB spot and one SD, just like my 3000 has, I would have been fine. Would have been fine. Fun fact, Ari, to do the whole Wi-Fi thing with Rekordbox, you don't even need the new Rekordbox. This has been around for a while. So you don't even need a paid Rekordbox or an unlock. This works completely in export mode, not even in performance. It's just straight export. I couldn't find it at first. I had to go full screen, and it was at the bottom left-hand corner. You click it. You're on the same Wi-Fi network. I look over my source, and boom, my computer's right there. It couldn't get any simpler. And the scoop of the thumb drive. Thumb drive is fast. You know, it moves shit over quick. I don't know what happened. So originally, just to give you a breakdown on Rekordbox, when I put it in, I had a folder that wasn't in the playlist, and I exported it as a playlist. And then it was having a hard time reading the drive. I formatted the drive, went to Rekordbox. I then imported that thing as a playlist, went to the playlist, then exported it to the USB drive, and everything seemed to be fine. and it's formatted. There's 53 tracks that got exported very quickly. I did it as an exFAT. And yeah, Tom's, by the way, buddy, I just got to say again, you're the best. Tom's has literally, I don't know if it's been 3 or 4 times that Tom's has sent me $70 or so. You know, and shout out to Chuck. Chuck's been a supporter of the channel. Like, Chuck's been a long-time supporter. Chuck's sent me some cash a few times. Funniest time that Chuck sent me money on the anniversary of me waiting for my CDJs. I think it was something like that. Something funny. And it's a shame if 800 views in right now and 3 hours into the stream, and the only reason it was worth it because there was like a couple big donators. If it could have been like everyone, half the people, a third of the people gave me $1, I would have been fucking, it would have been better. I wouldn't be sitting here eating one of these Dollarama bowls. But it's really goddamn good. I need these guys to sponsor me. For real. I ripped the package in, so I'm going to try to put together to show you. See this shit here? Some product of Spain. There's no preservatives. It's got, you know, all natural shit in it. It's, you know, you look at the ingredients. When you scan the barcode with the Yuka app that tells you if it's good or bad and tells you all the bullshit. The only thing, this thing's a little bit high in the sodium, but 210 calories for 1 cup. That's not bad. The tuna one is 170. And let me tell you, that tuna salad, it doesn't make any sense. How the fuck do you make tuna salad with, check this out, vegetables, sweet corn, carrot, green capsicum, onion, cooked pasta, tuna, green olives, sunflower oil, white wine vinegar, olive oil, salt, sugar. How do you make that shit? Unrefrigerate it, sit on a shelf with their, it's ready to eat. And it's got to do with the way they package it. No need to refrigerate, no preservatives. And the best tasting pasta salad I've ever fucking had. And this other quinoa salad is very fucking tasty, man. $2.50 Canadian. Unreal. You're so funny, Chuck. the craziest thing, Chuck is the only person on the entire channel that either has a completely photographic fucking memory and just remembers every fucking thing he's ever heard and seen. Or the guy's got like a dossier on me. He's like CIA dude. Because no, I don't really talk to Franca that much anymore. She's got her boyfriend and her business, and I see her briefly, you know, maybe I'll catch her around the parking lot or some shit here in the building. Say hello. But no. My Franca, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, she's a neighbor, lives a couple floors. No, 1 floor up from me. Yeah, 1 floor up. I always forget. It's been so long. And she's a vegan. She has a vegan meal prep business, and she used to hook me up with some of this vegan meal stuff, which was not bad. Some of it was better than other things. No, I'm telling you, honest to God, Drew, that fucking little salad, it's strange for the price and the taste of it. And for like a little lunch, I like literally I had a fucking, the meat stick and I ate that and I'm like, I'm good. I'd rather eat that shit all day than eat McDonald's. It's got to be fucking healthier for sure. And if I had to buy the ingredients to make that shit myself in the time, like, there's no way I could buy all that for that price. I'd have to make like a boatload of it. And it's one of these things that, you know what? I live in a building where sometimes elevators might fuck up or the power or something. Having some of this ready to eat things that I can put in the cupboard that are good for like fucking 6 months or some shit. Not a bad thing to stock up on some shit like this. Not going to eat it every day because obviously it's pretty high sodium, but yeah. So guys, before I make myself sick again like I did yesterday, 5.5 hours, I had a lot of dizziness. I'm going to pop off here. I'm going to get some shit done while there's some daylight. I got to take back the monitors. I think it stopped raining, so maybe I'll run them back over. Get a little exercise into me. And not just sit here. Oh yeah, I know that Chinese bakery you're talking about, by the way there, Drew. So yeah, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna let this thing roll in the background and see if the new USB stick is the secret to things. I probably will make a little video I'm gonna pop up, just maybe talking about USB sticks, and it's the truth. There's probably a lot of us out there that use very expensive equipment and probably don't have the best USB stick. And same stick on a CDJ-3000 might not like to be on an AZ at this point. Because I've used this shitty Wish.com Pioneer DJ stick. I've used this shitty Record Box logo stick on 3000s. Never had an issue, and they're slow as fuck. But they look cool. The stick, this SanDisk, it's not pretty. It's very big. I don't like the look of it at all. It feels like it would be, if I move my hand the wrong way, I could bump it and snap that fucking port right apart. So I don't like sticks like that. Maybe I should look. There must be like a 90-degree adapter, or there must be a better way. Maybe I'll plug a hub in. I should really check that out too to see if you plug a hub in, how many sticks can you plug in that this thing would read. That would be an interesting fact too. I don't think anyone's done that yet. Oh, the XFAT works on the 3000. Maybe. You know what? You want me to try it? Let's give it a roll. Yeah, works fine. XFAT works fine on CDJ 3000. Yep, it works. Something I will tell you guys, this stick, the 3.2, it's a USB 3.2, and just loading up tracks and stuff from my Kingston that I was using, which is obviously like, you know, it's old, it's 7-year-old fucking stick, right? Things are way snappier with this stick. Things definitely feel a little bit more, that definitely was a weak link of some sort for sure. So if you don't have like a fast stick, if they're not that much money where you are, it might be worth investing. It probably doesn't hurt to, you know, whatever stick you've been using, you might have had for a while. It sure doesn't hurt to spend a couple of bucks. Buy a new stick. These things won't last forever, even though they might appear to. So yeah, the AZ fires up with the PJ stick. This is going to be the running joke on the channel, isn't it? The PJ stick. Technically, it's like PJ paid for it, right? Technically, though, it was not Professor BX. He had other recommendations. It's Pulse. And Pulse is a Canadian out of BC that one of their tech guys, their support guys, that does all the tickets and shit. He's the one that recommends that exact stick. And therefore, you know, PJ said, you know, based on he's the guy that does all the support tickets, he sees all the issues, I'd take his recommendation. It is kind of a little fucked up that you need a USB stick just to get Beatport going. I understand it's not going to save your grids and all that shit, but I don't know. I don't know why in music seems to, when it comes to the programming and the chips and stuff, they seem to be a little further ahead. And maybe it's because they acquired so many companies and all their technology and all their expertise and the knowledge of Newmark, Dead and DJ. Who else did they scoop up? They got Moog. Oh, there's a bunch of people. They got 20 different brands. And they have, it's not like these guys don't all talk to each other. Like the technology from one brand will be in another brand and all over the place. The one thing I really wish, if Dead and DJ was listening out there, this whole Sonic Link technology thing that Alpha Theta designed, considering you have alto, considering you have ion speakers, you've got your Denon DJ Go, you really should have considered with that Go Plus, what really would have made it more attractive to people had you put some kind of wireless module, because they have the Alto Stealth. Alto Stealth are expensive and they work quite well. XLR wireless transmitters that are very, very, they work really well with no latency. Like, no latency. If you could have figured out how to make that a little bit smaller and build it into some products, and you could have come out with a Denon DJ branded portable battery powered speaker to compete with the Wave 8, like, bring it on, man. Bring on the competition. Don't give up, Denon DJ. You guys have given up on the media players. You don't want to fight CDJ 3000s anymore. And, you know, we got this all-in-one system here from Pioneer DJ, aka Alpha Theta, whoever they want to be called now. And they say they didn't build it to compete with you guys. And I believe them, because it doesn't have half the features that the Prime 4 Plus has. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't think they built it to compete with the Prime 4. I still think the AZ, if the club DJ, the person who likes A9 and CDJ 3000, and you like the effects of the Pioneer DJ ecosystem, even though we call it Alpha Theta now, you know, the company formerly known as Pioneer DJ is what they should have just been called. Make yourself it should have just been that symbol. Just, you should do like Prince, formerly known as Pioneer DJ, and just had the Alpha Theta symbol and called it a day. It would have been a genius move. Yeah, that's who it's for. And the Prime 4 Plus is the people who, your wedding corporate DJ, you like to have lots of streaming services, you're into all kinds of different genres of music that you don't necessarily want to buy everything. You want a huge music library on an internal drive. That kind of feels like that's the person. You know, you're not a real scratch DJ. You're just open format. You don't like to play with a lot of effects. There's a lot of effects on the Prime 4 Plus. I just don't really love them. What's going on, Roobster? Ah, yes, Tom's. I have talked about the Rain Performer update, and I will tell you again what I know. Um, bu- 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 Sorry, it's got to pull up the notes here on it is okay. So a new menu that allows a key adjust button trigger type to be set to either normal or long press, because I guess some people might have accidentally been hitting that key adjust. I don't know. Let me get me a little bit more ISO going here. I feel a little dark. Feeling a little dark over here. So they increased the audio mixing speed, so sharper audio curve for all the faders. I don't know if that includes the crossfader. Increased intensity of the reverb main mix. The echo effect rate for microphone 1 is now set based on currently selected deck BPM with a fixed beat rate of 1/2. And then it says many more fixes and improvements. And you know, here's a great thing about Dead and DJ. I've noticed, like, even when I've suggested things to them, when I talked about having Bluetooth support for a keyboard, and guess what? All of a sudden, Bluetooth C, and they even told me, you know, they gave me full credit. They're like, you know what? That was your idea. And there it is. Bluetooth support for, you know, Bluetooth keyboard. And people were wondering, like, well, how handy is that? I'm like, you know, if you do weddings and events and shit like that, you'd be surprised how handy. You know, I have an app on my phone. I'll show you guys here. It's like literally a Bluetooth mouse and a Bluetooth keyboard, so I can use the keyboard on my phone to type it as a Bluetooth. And I can hook this up to a Dead and DJ Go Plus, for instance, or the Prime 4 Plus. And I could be, you know, have it on the search bar and walk over and talk to someone so they don't have to come behind, and I can listen to them. And I could even pass them the phone and say, type in what you want. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's some reasons. If you got a helper and the helper's taking requests and the helper's got the, you know, the Bluetooth keyboard with them and they're typing it in. I mean, it's the little things, right? You don't know what you need until you use it and you realize how helpful it really is. Chuck, you're right. Chuck says, Steve, you should go all in with in music. Forget about this alpha beta crap. No more Mr. Nice Guy. And Rubester, any news on the crash? So far with the new stick, we're having, you know, so far it hasn't been very long, but things are good. When I was testing it last night with the record box link mode, I had great success. It wasn't until I plugged in a USB light that something crashed. That could be totally unrelated. I don't know, but we're going to see how this works. And Chuck, you're kind of right. You know, in some ways, you're right. And we are getting to the point of the channel when I see how much time I put in versus how much money I make, that ideally what I would love to beta test and do technical support and shit for both companies. And for both these companies to let me work from home and, you know, let me build up my hours. And they don't got to give me 40 hours a week or nothing, but give me something to just keep me alive over here, or at the very least use their social media influence to push people over to my channel. The problem is, if they were going to do that, the other channels would be like, why are you pushing his channel? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And I'm not seeing the other guys out here testing this shit and dealing with everyone like I am, because they don't have the systems. All the review systems were given out a long time ago and returned a month before the release even happened. Mojax doesn't have it. Cleveland Terry doesn't have it. They don't got them. And even if they did have them, do they have the time to sit here and do this shit that I'm doing? They don't. They got businesses, man. They got shit to do. So if I'm the guy who's got the time to fuck with it all day, it just would be nice if one of these companies, instead of me having to beg you guys to keep me going, I'm doing their work. They could be paying me to do this shit. Right? So that's ideally what I'd like. I'm going to give it a week. In a week's time, like I've said, if there isn't a firmware fix for this, or there isn't someone from Alpha Theta telling me directly, Steve, we're going to send you one. We're going to send you a new one that we know works. Because even if I go back, at this point right now, there's so many units around the world that have issues. If I go back to my boss and somehow miraculously the fucking distributor happens to have one, which I don't think they do, if they happen to have one and they send it and flip it, what are you going to do if I open up the second one after all of that shit and time and money of traveling around to get the thing, and the second one does the same thing. Do you really want to take that chance? I'm not a big channel. It's not a threat or anything, but seriously, you guys know me, right? Don't you think I'm being very patient with this stuff? Do you think if I open up a second one and had the same experience, or say the platter didn't work like the one guy, there's a guy out there who's got a platter that's dead. It doesn't work at all. I would lose my goddamn mind. I would. So don't make me do that. Either let it be a firmware fix, hopefully, or if it happens to be your hardware, do me the goddamn favor, please. Save me the trouble, save yourself the hassle, and just ship one up to me directly. It's not like you don't trust me. You've sent me, you know, I got a Wave 8 speaker sitting here. I have an Omnis Dual sitting here that you sent me the review that, you know, I'm going to send back. I'm waiting for the paperwork to send back, actually, because I'm kind of done. I don't have enough space. And you're sending me a Flex 2, which is very nice. I can't wait to try that out, by the way. But send me one, and I will send this one back to you. And you can take a look at it and figure out what went wrong. And have the chance to test out the one that you send out, so I don't end up with a lemon a second time. I don't think I'm asking for a whole lot. I think I'm being fucking super reasonable. I'm not the guy in Montreal on Instagram that's with this 100,000 views, not making any money, not getting any followers from it. That's just telling people, oh, I would wait, don't buy it. I'm not telling you to wait. I'm saying, hey, I think we're going to get it fixed. I don't think it's going to be a big issue. Part of being an early adopter. It's just part of the game. What's going on, Freedom Strategists? Greetings from Germany. The fact that they haven't asked for it back means they have reproduced the problem, but don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I think they do know what it is. I think they know. I think they know, and I think they're working on it. I think there might be certain issues. Let's rewind a second. I think there's some things they don't necessarily know that are maybe a little bit more hardware related. Like if a platter is just not working, that might be the lemon. These random crashes and shit, that part there, I don't know about. That's the one. And here's what kills me, like the power management settings, right? They even know, they think, well, that might have something to do with my system. With no USB stick in, this system here, with no USB, not plugged into a computer, after 20 minutes, it's supposed to just go to sleep and wake up. You press the button, hold it, and it'll wake it up. That doesn't happen. So nothing's changed. That part there hasn't changed. You know what I mean? Stick or no stick. But I could easily, you know, it does make some kind of sense to me that if you have a system plugged with a USB stick plugged in, and it's not the best USB stick in the world, and not the fastest, and there's some little hiccup and it can't buffer things or some shit, I can understand how a USB stick might fuck things up. And maybe that same shitty USB stick worked better in your last system because there was one dedicated chip doing one thing versus that same chip doing a million things. And maybe you had to clock that thing up a little higher. Maybe you got it working a little better. You had to rewrite some code, some new code. I don't know. I don't know anything. It's all guesswork. What's going on, Starlight? Starlight, by the way, thanks. Starlight said yesterday they're going to send me some money when they got it, and they did send me some money, so I appreciate it. Freedom. There's no new players coming from the company. I can tell you that right now. Unless they change something in the future, as far as I know on the board, I don't think they're going down that route. And here's the other thing. Running the dead-end players with an XDJ-AZ doesn't make the whole lot of sense, to be honest. It really doesn't. I'll tell you why. You can't synchronize the devices. You can using the computer and beat Lake Trigger. There are ways to make it work, but it's not really a great way. The players are dual layer, so you're not taking advantage of the dual layer of the SC6000. To be dead honest, the best setup you could probably have in that situation, the A9 mixer is fantastic. If you took SC6000s, I would suggest if you can find the M's, take the motorized ones. The platters are way better. I don't like the SC6000 platters. But if you take that system and you pair that with an A9 mixer, that's a really fucking good system. You know, A9 mixer is really, really nice. Or, you know, if you want to get into the rotary shit, I've got my SC6000Ms with the Alpha Theta Euphonia. And you know, Chuck, you're right. There should be more videos on the Performer and the Denon DJ Go Plus. I am completely with you. I've been spending far too much time trying to troubleshoot all of this shit here. I get it. I don't disagree. I just thought about this this morning. It's like, you know what? I need to really focus on some of the other shit. But here's the problem. When I look at my channel analytics and I use the different tools and shit, and I see the big searches on my channel, RMX 1000, XDJ-AZ, and what was the third one? Fuck, what was the third one here? Oh, yeah. So XDJ-AZ. So things are different. XDJ-AZ with no hyphen. Second, XDJ-AZ. Third, RMX 1000. These searches led people to you. It's right there. That's what people are looking for right now. At the end of the day, I might be on your page too to say, you know what? The Prime stuff is better. The Performer, Serato, this, that. They're the market leaders. Whether they're better or not, that's the whole different debate. You know what I mean? It's about preference, I guess. So, as a channel, I kind of really need to just, you know, ride the wave. New product comes out, I got to ride that wave while it's hot. You know what I mean? Because right now, my views for the last few days because of this thing, they've gone up. Now, have they gone up enough? Have I got enough donations to warrant spending this kind of money? No. If I had to spend the past 4 days just talking about the Performer and the Denon DJ Go Plus, I don't think I would have got the same views, to be honest. I don't know if I would have got the same donations. So that's the real issue. You know what I mean? I gotta ride with what's going on. With this Flex 2 coming, chances are the Flex 2 will be the biggest video of them all. Because it's the shit everybody can afford. And the people who can't DJ that are getting into it are going to be the ones going on YouTube looking on how to use it. And I'm going to try to monopolize. Well, I won't be able to monopolize that corner of the market, but I'm sure going to try to do way more simple little short tutorials on the cheap, simple shit. Because That's where the most amount of people are going to fly through. And I might even put together a little course and try to sell it, because if a person only spent $179 US on their little dinky controller, that means they have extra money to spend to give me to teach them how to use it. And I'll do just like digital DJ tips, even though I personally don't believe anyone should pay for DJ lessons. I think that's a little bit crazy. But hey, people clearly are doing it. Phil's channel over there, it's not YouTube monetized. He took that shit off. It's straight money from book sales and lessons. And he's got all the big guys. He got Laid Back Luke doing lessons. He's got a shit. Does he got James Hype? He might. So yeah, I'm way past my time limit, guys. I gotta fucking roll. I gotta roll. You know, thanks for the guys who did donate. At the end of the day, I gotta just say the way that this worked out. Yeah. That the FLX2 launch was a spoiler from yesterday when I said something new's coming. That's the one. Yep. Now, honestly, that whole Mixtour Pro, I have not had it in my hands. I don't really, I can't, I'm going by what I've seen. And I just, for the price of it, it is not a pro. The word pro should not be on it. That's a fucking scam. There's no XLR. That makes it non-pro in my eyes. Plastic chrome knobs on it also make it non-pro in my eyes. At least the FLX2 is designed for entry-level beginner DJ. It's not priced like it's some mid-level high-end gear. It has the word pro is nowhere near it. It's not trying to be. It is what it is. And that Mixtour is trying to pretend to be something that it's not. You know what it's trying to pretend to be? Like the Allen Heath K2. Was it the K2? You know, you remember those modular systems? It's trying to pretend to be that shit. And it's not. It's not. It's not the future. It's Laid Back Luke's future. It's Laid Back Luke's paycheck. That's what it is. It's a gimmick. It's a commercial. You got a gimmicky DJ that, yes, he's popular and he's very rich. He's made a lot of money. He's a smart fucking guy and he's a nice guy. You know, at the end of the day, he's not a dick. He will respond to people. He will take the time. You know, he's a dad. He's got some kids and, you know, hey. But fuck me. I don't think it's a good fucking product. Even though I've never seen it. And I don't often want to say that shit. I feel like they should take that product. They could have made it a lot cheaper because they wouldn't have had to pay Laid Back Luke anything. They did not need his expertise to design a fucking DJ controller. Anybody could have did that. Anyone, a quick, you know, poll on the internet would have come up with, what do you want? And we could have left his stupid logo off of it and sold it for half the price. And we could have geared that towards, you know, actual entry-level people that want a little small unit. It's just literally double the price that it should be. There's fucking nothing in that controller to warrant the cost of it. Unless it was being made by Swiss watchmakers or some shit. I don't know how they get that price. And Leonardo, if the FLX is Fisher Price, then the Flex 2 is from Dollar Store. And you know what? What's going on, DJ friends? Let me tell you something. If you think the Flex 2 is Dollar Store, they could only fucking hope. You know why? I live in a building that has a dollar store. That dollar store is busy from open to close, and anything in that dollar store, no matter what it is, sells like a motherfucker. you can only be so happy to make something that is dollar store shit because you will become a billionaire over it. I'd rather have, as a company, I'd rather make a dollar store DJ controller that every motherfucker on the planet wants to buy than to make some high-end glitchy fucking stuff that's half fucked out of the box and everyone's scared to buy. That's worth thousands of dollars. You see what I mean? Sorry, Alpha Theta. I'm not trying to be rude about shit because it's the truth. We got glitches. We don't know why. The answers, they're going to have to come soon. Everyone's patience is only so long on this stuff. Some people have no patience. There's people out there saying they're not going to buy the fucking thing. I bought it. I'm not regretting it. When it's working, I like it. When it's not working, it's making me wonder, and I'm a curious guy. I like to fix and figure out mysteries and shit like that. So I'm okay. At the moment, I'm okay talking about things. I'm okay being on YouTube here because I'm a chatty fuck and I like talking to you guys, and it's nice to see people support the channel. Financially, it helps out. When I see people donating money, it makes me feel good as well. I feel like I'm doing something productive and I have a purpose in life because let me tell you, at 50 years old, when you don't have a full-time job and you're sitting around and you're getting kind of depressed and shit, playing some fucking video games, you know you got to clean up the house, and you get in this little rut, and it's not the same when you don't have a real purpose. So at least now I feel like I got a little bit of purpose. There's something to do. My day is flying by, where I'm not just sitting here twiddling my thumbs. And with that being said, oh shit, here we go. PJ's in the house. PJ, with all the shit you've got to do right now, what are you doing here? By the way, PJ, thank you. The stick has come in. It's formatted exFAT. So far, I've just been playing shit, going through stuff for the last few hours. So far, so good. But like I was running on Rekordbox, the Rekordbox link last night, overnight. It was all fine. Everything was good. I plugged in a USB lamp, little LED light thing for my stream into the port. And then I wasn't paying attention because the screen was already dim. And then I saw when I went to go use it that it was froze up. So that might have been part of it. I don't know. And you're right, Farns. I think the Flex 2 paired with the right stuff is going to be kind of fun. Some people yeah, it's going to be cheap. As long as the build quality is halfway okay. I'm not expecting miracles. Let it be good enough. You get what you pay for, right? It's going to be a fun little thing. I've spent more money on stupider shit that was built far worse in my life, I'm sure. I'm going to be getting this thing soon, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'll tell you what it is. I'm not expecting for the price that I'm getting a Denon DJ Prime Go. I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting to get, the Omnis Duo in a miniature form or something. I know what I'm expecting to get. I'm expecting to get a little MIDI controller with a little sound card in it. It's got some jog wheels that will unlock DJ Pro. Anything else beyond that, the Rekordbox shit, the whole... I don't care about Rekordbox. Sorry. I don't really use it. I used it with a DDJ-1000. If I had a Flex 10, I might be more apt to use it. I'm definitely not going to use it with the AZ because it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not going to Bluetooth my phone to a little controller. I might try it for shits and giggles just to make a video. But the whole DJ Pro thing, Soon as PJ told me to unlock DJ Pro, I'm like, okay, I'm sold. Because everyone knows I am a DJ Pro junkie. I've reached out to DJ Pro and they have not gotten back to me yet to say, hey, I want to make videos for you guys. I want to help support you guys. Like, let's work together. I don't know. Maybe the DJ Pro guys don't like me. They've liked a couple of my things on Instagram, so they know I exist anyways. Oh yeah. RCA to auxiliary cables are like, you know, I got tons. Not only do I have tons, but I have like 2 stores in my building that will sell these things like by the bushel. I get those all day long. Not only that, what I do have, I will I have a very good Bluetooth transmitter that has very low latency. I might even Bluetooth that thing to a speaker, you know? Maybe get that thing going with the old Wave 8 here while I still have it. You see, I got the little emojis. All I saw was I'll report that. It was covering up. Glad to know I'll report that to our task force. But what I did see is glad to know I'll report that to, and I see force. And you know, PJ, because you're a Star Wars guy, I'm like, you know, is he going to report this shit to the force? You're like, Jedi mind trick. Let the dark side know things are okay. Too funny. Oh, we got PJ here for a second. I don't know if I've ever showed PJ this. I'm sure Chuck remembers this. So packaging is 1984. It is the red CBS Fox. The digitally mastered. I've been thinking one of these days when I'm in a secondhand store, I should pick up a VCR. They're getting harder to come by. You don't see them like you used to anymore. But I should grab myself a VCR just to watch this thing on VHS, just for the nostalgia. But then there's part of me that feels like it would chew up my tape, so. No, Alien Romulus is being released in VHS. Wow. Yeah, this was before the THX. It's mono. It's funny. It says mono compatible. How about that, right? CBS Fox Video, Industrial Park Drive, Michigan. Farmington Hills, Michigan. Oh, really? I didn't. So this actually has a different scene in it? I didn't know that. Interesting stuff. Anyways, friends, I went way past the time I was supposed to be getting off of this thing. 3 hours and 46 minutes. I got a lot of shit to do. We're going to keep on rocking this, the AZ here with the new stick, thanks to PJ. And keep our fingers crossed that hopefully this is half the battle right here. And if it is, it will definitely emphasize the importance of having a good stick versus a shitty stick when you're using new gear. Don't use old sticks with new gear. That will be the lesson that we learn if this is the situation. I will probably talk to you guys, you know, knowing me, I may come on a little bit later just to give a little report of what's going on around here. And I got to go get these monitors back to can the posts and get my money back and shit. Thanks everyone who stopped by, everyone who helped out. The Ben Kenobi of DJing. I always thought more like Yoda because, you know, I got Yoda sitting up here, but still a compliment either way. Starlight, 10,000. The 10,000 isn't only 10,000 members. That's pretty good. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. There's a, and see, now you got to make, now I want to watch this goddamn tape. I didn't know there's all this shit. I didn't know any of this. Okay. Chuck, PJ, Farns, Sheriff, fucking Tom's the man of the hour with his big money sends over here today. Nice. Well, shit, Tom's. Fuck, dude. Did you know? Nah. Was that a mistake on your part, buddy? I see two things here for $68.06 Canadian. Did you like double by mistake? Or did you intentionally mean to give me that much money today? Because that's fucking that's wild, buddy. And I'm not leaving Tom's until you like tell me that one, because you know what? If it was done by mistake, I'll send the money back. I don't want to see anyone like get. That's shit. Tom's is the best, man. He just messaged me because I have him on Messenger too, right? And I asked him, I said, because seriously, you know, like when I see someone do a double donation, like, and it was a big donation, right? Shit. I don't know what to say, buddy. If we had more people in the world like Tom's, because it make my life a lot fucking easier, man. It's always sad to see, like, there's some guys out there that really show the love, you know, and obviously, you know, I don't think the guy's got a money tree, and he sent me money enough times. Way too many times. Totally appreciate it, buddy. That money will go to good use here in the TheDjLab. I completely appreciate it. People who can't afford to send a couple of bucks, $1, $2 or something, you know, maybe you should be watching some videos on how to make some money. Maybe talk to Tom's, ask him how he's making his cash. He can help you out. I don't know. It's it baffles me. It blows my mind. The generosity of some of you guys. I'm going to roll here, and we're going to keep playing some tracks on the AZ. So far, so good, I think. I don't know. Maybe because I got such generosity that later on today, I'm going to do a stream, put the camera overhead, and hook the sound up and do a proper mix and put this thing, we'll stop talking about the fucking thing and start actually using it. How about that? Because I feel good now. Yeah, definitely raise my bank account and my spirits all in one shot. Thanks everyone for watching here at the TheDjLab. I'll talk to you all later.